All right. We are up. We are live. Showtime. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. Um, we got a lot of boxing news to cover. Some of you guys see my previous videos lately. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, smash that like button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BoxingWave10. And let's get into it, man. We have an undisputed fight to cover tonight. All right. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. If you're tuning in, the fight is on ESPN. Okay, the fight is on ESPN Plus. At least the pre-fights are on ESPN right now until 8 p.m. Eastern. So we have an hour of pre-fights being shown. They actually been on the last couple of hours. This is on the actual app that you have to have a subscription to. And then at 8 p.m. it's going to be on ESPN, the actual channel. All right. So another thing, 9:15, 9:30 is supposed to be the ring walk time. All right. So 9:30 p.m. Eastern, both Taylor and Ramirez are supposed to be doing their ring walks. All right. So make sure to tune in then. Shout out to everyone that's here, that's been waiting. I see a lot of you been waiting. Baby Quan, what's up? Rod Patale, what's going on? Unortho Vlogs, Jack McLeod, Real Deal. Aaron, what's up? What's going on, everybody, man? We are back, man. Another live commentary. Big fight tonight. Again, huge fight, undisputed fight at 140. And, you know, unfortunately, it's not getting the hype and promotion that it deserves. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to keep going. Everyone's talking about Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Alexander Usyk. Everyone's talking about Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence. It is what it is. You know, this is what happens, man. Those are the stars of the sport. And when there's news related to them, especially big news like the news we got all week, it's going to take over, you know? It is what it is. Yes, Top Rank could do a better job promoting their fights, you know, really push it hard before the week of the fight. But, you know, this is how it's always going to be. It's always going to be this way. And, you know, you got big names, and they're going to always take priority over, you know, the guys that don't have the huge names. All right. But listen, hopefully we get a good fight, and we should get a good fight. These are the two top guys at 140. They've proven that. Major accomplishments, great wins, undefeated, good chins, gave us good fights of both of them. You know, Jose Ramirez fought some really, really tough guys, became undisputed on his own. Same with Josh Taylor. Became unified on his own. Same thing with Josh Taylor, became unified on his own. Won the World Boxing Super Series. These guys are accomplished before meeting each other in the ring tonight. All right. No shortcuts were taken. They all had tough fights. They all beat tough challenge, you know, fighters in a division. They beat undefeated fighters in a division. So they're both solid. All right, you're on your way in. Make sure you smash that like button. Jonathan Robinson, what's up, man? Chris, what's up? Deuce, what's going on? No, I am not watching the playoffs. I haven't watched any games yet. It's all been boxing. It's been all boxing this week. Aaron, what do I think of Taylor's antics? I really don't like it. You know, I was just talking to someone about that earlier. I don't like the antics. It looks corny to me, but it's a tough fight. It's a lot on the line, and he's trying to get Ramirez out his zone. You know, he's trying to get in his head. Ramirez is really, really cool. He's really cool. He's really respectful. He's humble, and he's trying to get in his head. He's trying to rattle him a little bit. I don't think anyone has really attempted to rattle Jose Ramirez. You know, he's a respectful guy. You know, he was there with his family, and Josh Taylor wanted to stir things up. And it's a part of war. It's art of war, man. You got to get into your opponent's head and make him angry, make him fight in a way where he's not used to fighting. You know, if Ramirez is a little bit more, if he's more aggressive, but he's more aggressive in an emotional state, he might leave himself open for a good shot, might get hurt in there. You know, this is why Josh Taylor is about this. This is who he is. So if he can have any kind of advantage over his opponent before stepping in the ring with him tonight, that's what he's going to do. Like, again, I think it's corny, but at the same time, it wasn't out of control. You know, they had a little brawl in the lobby of that building. It was bad, but it's not that bad. You know, it's no one got hurt. We've seen worse leading up to a fight. At least no one got injured. No punches were thrown. At least I don't believe there were. And I think everything's going to be okay. So it's not that big of a deal. Christopher White, what's up? Much respect to Taylor and Ramirez for giving us Undisputed. These type of fights are getting more and more rare. Yeah. But you know what? Speaking on that, we got a lot of good fights coming up, man. We do. We almost got Undisputed at heavyweight. We almost got it. We didn't get it, but we almost got it. We are getting Undisputed at 154. We are getting Undisputed at 168 with Canelo and Plant, hopefully. And hopefully, you know, as early as maybe early 2022, we can get Undisputed at 122, you know, and possibly 147, the same division that we all wanted in, you know, because and I might as well go right into that. I want to talk a little bit more about Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. I took it as a shock. I read some of the comments. I read all of the comments pretty much. A lot of people left me comments off the video I did. And, you know, a few people said, you know, there were some things brewing, you know, that might have led to Errol Spence getting a fight with Manny Pacquiao. All right. I didn't know of these things, but I was in a total shock, you know. And, you know, it's funny. Manny Pacquiao posting that one poster on his social media account made me more of a believer of the fight than anything that Tyson Fury and Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, all these people. It made me more of a believer that 1 second than anything that these heavyweights has said in the past 6 months about getting an undisputed fight. At no point did I really truly believe that we were going to get an undisputed fight at heavyweight next. But once I saw that on Manny Pacquiao's Facebook and his Twitter, I saw a date. That's all I needed. I believed it right away. That's all it really takes. And I rather, you know what? I rather it be that way. Give me something official. Not saying that the poster is official, but Manny Pacquiao is not for the antics. So if he's posting it on his official social media account, I know it's real. There's no jokes behind it. You know? So when I saw it, I was excited, and I wish more fights happen that way. Yeah, it's cool to have the build up sometime and the back and forth, but if you're going to have the back and forth and the build up, at least schedule it first. Give us a date. Give us a venue. Make it more realistic first. And then all the shit talking and the back and forth or on social media or face to face or at the press conferences, then come with that. But don't give us all of that first. In the meantime, we're working on the venue. We're working on a date. We're working on getting contracts signed. that doesn't make me believe that the fight is going to happen. And that's why, as disappointed as I am that we're not getting an undisputed fight right now at heavyweight, I'm not that disappointed because I never believed it was going to happen from jump. So when Manny and Spence came out and said, we're fighting on August 21st, I believed them. There was no chitty chatty going on. It was just, here you go. We're having this fight on this date. See you in Vegas. I love it. I love it. What's Crawford going to do now? I don't know. You know, Crawford has a million options. That's another thing that I wanted to speak on. And I know more people are going to enter and they're going to want to ask questions. We're going to discuss this. All right. The thing about Crawford, it's not all over for Crawford. Okay. Now, as far as negotiating, if they have a potential fight, he's probably not going to get no 50-50. And that's what I said yesterday. All right. Am I the money man? Am I part of either camp? No, I'm not. I'm not going to be there. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But at this point, at this stage, being that Spence has already had successful pay-per-views, you know, not crazy pay-per-views, but more successful than Bud. And as a welterweight, yes, he is unified. And he has fought the better fighters at welterweight. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 fight, especially if you're coming off of the Manny Pacquiao win. Or if he is the win. Right? It's just not going to happen. And at some point, if you're coming in with 3 titles, the other one is coming in with 1. If you're more successful on your pay-per-views, which he's going to be more successful clearly after the Pacquiao fight, that's just the way the game works. You know? Now, I don't know what's going to happen. But from what I know, the original plan for Errol Spence is clean everything up on his end, on his side of the street. So what if Spence actually wins the fight against Pacquiao, right? Let's say he wins the fight. And in his post-fight interview, he says, I want undisputed. I want Bud next. Let's work it out. If that were to actually happen, then we can take away all of the things that was said leading up to this. Because he's really not wrong, because he fought Spence fought Crawford. He fought Danny. He fought Kell Brook. He did everything he had to do on his end. So maybe that will happen. If it doesn't happen, if Spence says, all right, B Pacquiao, I'm moving up to 154. Then it's like, all right, now it's a clear duck. You 1 belt away, bro. You are 1 belt away to be undisputed. You might as well fight Crawford. You know, that's the way I see it. Crawford is not over for Crawford. There's many options out there. If Sean Porter doesn't want to take the fight, if they're not going to work out that fight, it's not the end of the world. It would have been. I would have liked to see that fight. I wanted to see that fight, but it's not the end of the world. You have the winner of tonight's fight, which is a very credible win. All right, it doesn't matter. I know people are going to say, yeah, well, Josh and Ramirez hasn't fought at welterweight. Well, guess what? Crawford is the last undisputed champ at junior welterweight. And now we'll have, a couple years later, we'll have a new undisputed champ at 140. There is nothing wrong with Crawford fighting a guy that moves up from being undisputed at 140. So anybody will try to sell you that, that's bullshit. All right. So you have Porter. I mean, if Porter doesn't take the fight, he doesn't take the fight. You have the winner of Ramirez and Taylor, right? You also got Ugas that's out there. We don't know if Ugas' belt is going to be on the line for this Pacquiao fight. All right. I spoke a little bit on that. And, you know, my stance on it is, look, I'm cool with either way. What I would want, me personally as a fan, I would like the WBA strap to be on the line when Pacquiao and Spence fight. Now, I know what the rules say, and I respect the rules, and I respect the WBA, and I understand that Manny Pacquiao was inactive for a whole 2 years. A whole 2 years is more than enough, even with a pandemic. So I understand, listen, you're not champion no more. You're champion on recess, right? But how does that work? How does that work now when you're active again and you're active before the new champion fights? How does that work? I don't know. We just got to wait and see. I haven't heard any updates about it yet. But I would personally, me personally, I would like the title to be on the line because Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. He beat Keith Thurman in order to win that title. All right. And I think just like, and I'm consistent with it because I feel the same way about the 135 division situation with the WBC belt and the franchise and, you know, the thing with Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Even though I like Devin Haney very much, all right, I like Teofimo Lopez very much as well. But I feel like Teo did what he had to do to be the real champ. All right. Now, the rules may say a different thing. Not talking about the rules. I'm just telling you how I personally see it. And I personally believe that Manny Pacquiao is a true WBA champ. And he should be defending his title against Errol Spence. It should be a unification match. And that would have been the same for Terrence Bud Crawford too. And I made a video a month ago about Terrence Bud Crawford possibly fighting Manny Pacquiao. I said Pacquiao should be fighting for his WBA strap. You know, that should be a unification. Fight didn't happen, but I felt the same way. No disrespect to Ugas, but these, you know, Pacquiao had a more impressive win. He actually won that title against one of the better welterweights that we had in the past 7-8 years. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. What's up, everyone that's coming in? What's up, Captain? Yo, you still have respect for the WBA? Did I say that? I think I was saying I respect Ugas. You know what I'm saying? As a fighter, I don't know what I said. I don't like the WBA and I don't like the WBC. But shout out to everyone that's coming in. I'm not going to be able to read all the comments because I really wanted to talk about this topic leading up to this big fight we have tonight. But yeah, another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to do it in a different live at some point. I do want to make a video on this, but we'll make a video on this after the outcome of this fight. Teofimo Lopez. Shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. I was on his channel maybe like a couple weeks ago, real late, real unplanned. I just had like some time, a few minutes to jump on there. And Teofimo Lopez Sr. was on there. And he went on a little rant about, you know, whatever, his son and Devin Haney and stuff like that. But there was a point in that interview where we were talking about Josh Taylor. You know, of course, the father's going to believe that his son could be anyone in the world, and that's cool. He says he beat Josh Taylor. Well, no problem. Cool. I'm really curious, you know, how that fight would go if Teofimo Lopez stepped up to 140 and fought the winner of Josh Taylor and Ramirez. Now, I do not think that will happen because Taylor and Ramirez won't have much to gain there. Not as much as they would beating a Terrence Crawford. Both risky fights, obviously. I would believe that Terrence Crawford is a much more riskier fight. But if you're going in the direction of 147, you might as well take Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Being the first to dethrone him would be a much bigger accomplishment. Whereas Teo will be, if he were to move up and beat the winner of tonight's winner, winner of tonight's fight, that would be a great accomplishment because he will be holding all 4 titles in 2 different divisions. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But it'd be crazy for him because Josh or Jose, they're not going to be fighting for T.O.'s titles. They'll be defending their titles. So that's why I say it makes more sense for them to just go up to 147. But who would win? I don't know. I really don't know. That's a tough one to call because I feel like T.O. belongs at 140, right? But I also feel like Josh and Ramirez belong at 147. They are naturally bigger guys. Skill for skill, though, I'm a little bit more impressed with Teofimo Lopez. I'm not going to lie. And if T.O.'s power could translate over to 140, like the way it is at 135, all right, and he's bigger, he doesn't need to worry about getting drained or anything like that, I think he would be a real threat to both Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. All right. Definitely would like that fight, but the more realistic fight for the 2 of these fighters, regardless of who wins tonight, would be Terrence Crawford. So that's the way I see that situation, man. Good fight for Crawford. You also got Virgil Ortiz out there. A lot of people were talking about Virgil Ortiz recently. When he beat Maurice Hooker, he was calling out Bud. Some people were saying that Bud was ducking Virgil Ortiz. I think people are jumping the gun when it comes to that. Because if Bud is to beat Virgil Ortiz, you're going to say Ortiz wasn't in his prime, similar to what people are saying about Canelo and Floyd. And there's a lot of the same fan base when it comes to that because they're both Mexican fighters. Canelo and Floyd, they fought. Canelo has definitely improved since he fought Floyd. But Canelo was a very, very good fighter at that point he fought Floyd. Okay? But people like to say now that, Canelo wasn't in his prime. No, he wasn't in his prime. He was still improving. But neither was Floyd. Floyd was not in his prime as well. And that's what made the fight, going into the fight, I'm not talking about after the fight. I'm talking about the matchup itself, what made it competitive leading into the fight, what made it, what did they promote it as, D1, as in Canelo being the one to beat Floyd? Because going into that fight, we know Floyd was past it, but he was still great. And we knew Canelo was forming to be a great, and he was going into his prime. I like the Virgil Ortiz fight. Same with Boots Ennis. Same with him. All right. Same with him. I like these fights. They're all good. They're both really, really good. They look promising, and they look like they possibly could be the best at the division. I don't think so, but the potential is there with both. Damn, I just missed this big shot. But the reality is, if Crawford is to fight Ortiz and beat him and expose him, you got to give Crawford his credit. And this is what happens after the fight is over with everyone. Fights doesn't, these fighters are always dangerous until the outcome of the fight. And then it's like, he was too old. He was too young. He was underdeveloped. He was too small, whatever. He was drained. This is how people are. All right. So Bud still has options. Obviously, his options are not bigger than a Manny Pacquiao fight. Bud wanted it, Spence wanted it, and Spence got it. All right. So that's not really a factor for now. It's a factor when they negotiate for the fight, if they are to fight, So we just got to wait and see what is going to happen with Bud and who his next opponent is going to be. I don't know who it is, But you know, at the end of the day, he's still a champion, and I would hope that they fight for undisputed, if not this year, as early as next year, because there's no excuse at this point. You know, I think the winner, Pacquiao and Spence, they're gonna have 2, possibly 3 belts, depending on what the WBA is gonna do. All right. Shout out to everyone that's here coming in. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. What was I about to say? All right, so if you're just tuning in, the undercards are still currently on ESPN Plus for another half hour. So if you have the app and you pay the subscription, you'll be able to watch the fight at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. All right. The fight will be on a regular channel on ESPN. Regular ESPN, not ESPN2, it's going to be on ESPN. So it's going to switch. You know how we get annoyed and we covered other fights before, and I've been here covering, and the fight turns off, and then we got to turn to something. This is one of those nights. They do this a lot with their pre-fights. It's annoying because the whole subscription thing, if I pay you should just show me the fight. But no, ESPN and ESPN Plus are 2 totally different things. All right. Yeah, Gary Cunningham. I was explaining that before. I don't know what the WBA is going to do, but I would like for the fight to be an undisputed, or not undisputed, but a unified fight. I would like for it to be, you know, I think that's the right thing to do, but I understand that they have their rules. All right. So we'll see how it goes, you know. I mean, I feel bad for Ugas because he's been waiting for his opportunity. And yes, Pacquiao could have fought him and defend his title against him because he was a mandatory. I get it. But Pacquiao did fight Keith Thurman. All right. So go to ESPN Plus right now to watch the undercard, and a half hour watch ESPN the regular way to watch the main card. All right, so we'll be talking about this tonight. I'm sure people are going to come in. They're going to want to talk about Spence and Manny Pacquiao. I personally, I would like to go to Vegas. You know, I was looking at the date. I was looking at my schedule. I was looking at flights. I was looking at hotels already. I called a couple people. I would like to go watch the fight live. I haven't seen a fight live in a long time. It's been since December of 2019 since I went to an actual fight. I would love to go out there, you know. And I think the last time I was in Vegas, no, not the last time I was in Vegas, but I did go to Vegas the week of Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. Some of you guys were here back then. I was posting up videos while I was out in Vegas. It was a great week. I went to different boxing events, other fights that went on throughout the week. Great week out there in Vegas that year. So I would love to go see Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence live. You know, if it doesn't work out, I'll be here covering it live. Either way, it'll be all good. But I would definitely love to go to Vegas that week and see the fight live. It's just all about, you know, seating and stuff like that. That's going to be a very expensive fight. But, you know, at least it's not like in Saudi Arabia or anything, you know. Even if it was in Texas, you know, I seen some people posting like, why is it not in Texas and stuff? I was like, yeah, you know, it could have been in Texas. You know, they could have had a big stadium. Spence is from out there. But Pacquiao is the A side. I'm sure that's where he's been fighting over these years. And that's probably where he wanted to have the fight. He wanted to fight. He probably wanted to have it where he's used to fighting, you know. Vegas, big money. It is what it is, you know. But I would definitely love to be at that fight, man, for sure. And if I decide, I will let you know right away because, you know, I want people, I'm sure, you know, I would love to let the people know, and we'll have the meetups and stuff. That'd be cool too. All right. But, right now the prices as far as staying there doesn't look bad at all. Like I already checked flights, hotels, casinos. Doesn't look bad at all. Looks very, very affordable. I think the most expensive thing will probably be tickets. You know, I don't know how they're going to be priced, but I know when they first come out, probably going to be priced a little bit crazy. Why don't I have asked for credentials? Well, it's because I don't want to work. I don't want to go there and work, you know. I want to go there as a fan and enjoy myself and be with my peoples, you know, whoever I decide to go with. So, you know, that's how I feel about that. I kind of just want to go and be with the people, you know, and be seated with the people. That's why I don't ask for credentials, you know. I like to just go to fights and enjoy it, man. I am totally not into the media thing, man. You know, totally not into it. I'm good. You know, I just can't see myself doing it. I had opportunities that I've been asked to do it in the past, you know, been on YouTube for a while. Definitely have people have reached out to me. I'm not into it, man. I'm not going to be walking around with a camera asking people. I'm just not. That's just not me. That's not my style. I kind of like to do my own thing. And if I go to a fight, I want to just watch the fight. You know, I like to go to fights really, really early and just chill, have my drinks, my food, my nachos, and watch all of the pre-fights leading up to the main fight. And that's kind of been my thing. That's the way I've always gone to fights, you know. So that's how I see it, man. Yeah. So let's move on. Let's talk about this the other news of the week. Wilder and Fury 3 going down. Got everybody outraged. Everybody's outraged. But it is what it is, man. I've seen these videos of Wilder and working with Malik Scott, and you know, I try to go back and I went back to other, you know, I went back to other like previous fights of Wilder, like when he was already like hitting the mitts with Malik Scott and JD's and Mark Breland, and I was trying to look and see if they were doing something a little different. You know, I saw the video where, you know, Deontay Wilder is with you know, Malik Scott in his backyard or whatever it is, that ring that's outside. And I like what I saw. You know, I like what a little bit that I was seeing. Omar Buford, me and my wife always watch and love your channel. My question is if Spence beats Pac-Man, do you think Terrence Crawford would be more inclined to take a 60-40 or 70-30 now? Spence not doing 50-50? Absolutely. First of all, thank you for the donation, Omar. And, you know, shout out to you and your wife. Thank you for supporting the channel. I said this yesterday and I actually said this earlier. I don't think, you know, first of all, I don't like when they talk publicly about it. I don't like when Spence said 70-30, 60-40, 70. It just makes you, it just changes everything, because now Crawford got to react to you. And that's exactly what happened. If you guys are going to make the fight happy, don't throw numbers out there. Be like gentlemen. Discuss it behind closed doors like you did with Manny Pacquiao, right? That's a fight that you wanted. So my assumption is when you are serious about a fight, you're not just going to randomly throw numbers out there, right? Because it's going to disturb both parties. It's going to disrupt things a little. It's going to shake things up, because now the fans out here telling fighters what they deserve and what they owe or what. No. Do it the right thing. Be gentlemen. Negotiate behind closed doors. Don't throw no numbers out there. Now, if you guys negotiate and it doesn't work out, you want to come out later and say, listen, things didn't work out. Bud wanted too much money. Spence wanted too much money. Then fine. But just throwing numbers out there to the public, I don't think that's the right way to conduct business. Excuse me, because at the end of the day, this is a business. So what I was saying earlier is I believe that Spence beating Pacquiao, right, being unified, more successful pay-per-views, yada, 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 having a bigger names on his resume. at that point, I don't think Bud is going to have much of a choice. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bud is going to have much of a choice. Now, how much do I think Bud deserve? Well, it really depends on what they work on. I'm not going to go that far and say what I think it should be. But I'm sure it's not going to be any closer than 60-40. It's not going to be 50-50. Because somebody at this point is bringing more to the table as far as the welterweight division. Crawford has accomplished great things. 3 division champion, former undisputed champion, all right, undefeated, all of that stuff, all good. But at this point, fighting Mikey Garcia, selling out bigger arenas, it's just too much. All right, it is what it is. You know, I mean, Bud is my favorite fighter, but I have to be honest here. You know, I have to be honest here, and that's the way I see it. All right, so I just hope things work out. That's all. But thank you, Omar, for donating to the channel. And the thing about donations, appreciate the donations. You know, appreciate the way you support. You guys don't have to donate. Just liking the video, you know, that's definitely appreciated as well. But let me tell you something. I think the reason why, and you don't have to donate to me. You can donate to whoever channels, your favorite channels, you know, the 2 or 3 that you listen to. But if you're listening to 2 or 3 channels a day, 4 or 5 channels a day, I would really highly, I think the right thing to do is to donate to whatever channel you really support, because it does take a lot of time to do this, to study these fights. All right. We're all working. Some of us have careers outside of this, work a lot of hours. We have families. We have other things to do. So the right thing to do is to support channels, because I know we're just YouTube channels, but we bring a lot of entertainment, because how many hours of your day are you putting towards YouTubers that are making videos? So I think the right thing to do, I'm not saying you have to support me, but whoever you guys love, you know, whether it's me or whether it's one of these 20, it's hundreds of YouTube channels out there, whoever you like the most, definitely support them. The 2 or 3, you know, that you like, you know, just like you pay for cable and your TV and you watch your shows and your movies, you should support your YouTube channels as well. All right. So definitely support. And I appreciate anyone that donates to the channel. All right. So going back to Wilder and Fury for a 3rd fight, this is what I think. I'm not picking Wilder to win. All right, because we already got 2 fights. And I was pretty much wrong on both fights already. I thought Wilder was going to win the 1st fight, because I thought Fury should not be jumping into a fight with, Fury should be jumping in a fight with Wilder after being inactive for a few years. You know, I know he came back and had a couple tune-ups, but I thought the Wilder fight was definitely a jump. All right. And I also believe that Wilder at that point, I kind of thought it was a cherry pick at that point. You know, Fury, former champion, beat Klitschko, you know, cool. But Fury wasn't ready. And that's how I felt going into that fight. Then you had the 2nd fight where I picked Wilder again, right? I'm talking about the prediction. Not talking about who I wanted to win. I did want Wilder to win. All right. I am more of a fan of Wilder. I respect Fury's skill set way more, but I'm more of a fan of Wilder. I wanted Wilder to win. Going in the 2nd fight, I said, yeah, I think Fury won the 1st fight, right? On points. Thought he edged it. But I like the way Wilder finished the fight, you know, knocking Fury down, almost knocking him out in the 12th round. I said, I think Wilder's going to get it right. I think Fury's going to be outboxing him again, but I think the next time he's going to stop Fury because he's going to hit him, and Fury is not going to get back up the 2nd time. Whatever tweaks that Wilder need to make, he's going to adjust to that, and I was wrong. We saw what happened. So now we go into a 3rd fight. After the first 2 fights, definitely got to go with Fury. He has the edge. He has the mental edge. You know, apologize. All right, so he has a mental edge, everything. He has all of that, right? Going into the fight. Cool. But, I mean, you stop a guy, and I know people are going to get into the cheating allegations. All I know is that I seen Fury beat him down and stop him, right? Now, I know threw a towel in, cheating allegations, spiked water, all that, whatever. I seen Fury beat Wilder. I also seen Fury take some right hands while Wilder was being pressured on his back foot. I saw what I saw. My bro Genzi was good. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. That's my real boy, by the way. That's my real boy. But yo, back to what I was saying. I am picking Tyson Fury to win, but I think Wilder got hit with a little bit of reality in that second fight. And I think whatever the preparation these guys are doing, whatever that is going into this dirt fight, I think they're going to the fight knowing like, oh shit, Tyson Fury is the real deal. He stopped me before. We're going to have to work on whatever flaws that I have now. How much can you learn in one camp? Who knows? Especially you have to go in a whole year plus not being active, right? So I believe Fury's going to win. I just don't think it's going to look as easy as it was before, you know. I think Wilder is definitely going to work on things. And I think the fight will be more competitive. I think Wilder will be better. Will it be enough? No, I'm still picking Fury for the third fight. But I think Wilder will definitely be better than he was in the second fight. All right. And that's how I view it, man. But if we're not talking about any of the technicals about this fight, I have a funny feeling. I just have a funny feeling. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I have a funny feeling because logically to me, and I said this on Twitter the other day, Fury should beat Wilder. You had a draw with him after being laid off, right? Then you stop him. Logically, in my mind, Fury should win. I have a funny feeling, man. I have a funny feeling. You just don't know. I mean, this is boxing, and I don't know. Like, picking Fury, but would I put money on it? Hell no. Hell no. You just never know. I mean, and this Deontay Wilder, at the end of the day, he's a guy that can change a fight with one punch. So you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Let me just turn this light on. All right. All right. What we got? Marlon said, I'm drinking Jameson and Dr. Pepper, straight Aki style. All right. I'm not drinking anything tonight. Sometimes I'll have my little drink with me. But not tonight. This is a serious fight, and I feel like this is going to be one that's going to go to the scorecards, and I think this is going to be a close fight, and it might even be, we might have an issue, okay, with the scoring and the judges. They know how boxing works. What did I say before? There's always one judge, all right, and we've seen a lot of it lately. There's always one judge. There's always one, There's going to be two of them. That's going to be, all right, respectable scores, whether way you go. But there's going to be that one judge that you're going to be like, So I think this is going to be a very competitive fight. I did a poll earlier in the week, and I see that a lot of you guys have Ramirez stopping Josh Taylor. In fact, there's more people out of all the people that think Ramirez is going to win. The most of you, the majority of you, got him winning by knockout. More of you have him winning by knockout than the decision. All right. Now, overall, there's more people. Well, it's pretty 50-50 from what my poll said. A lot of people had Josh winning by decision, but there wasn't many Josh people saying he was going to win by knockout. All the knockout people was for Ramirez. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I picked Taylor to win by decision. I think Taylor's going to win on points. That's my prediction. I think it's going to be close. It may be a split decision, but I picked Taylor to win on points. During their journey of them both fighting everybody they fought, Postal. Who else? Who else did these guys fight? You got Postal out there. You had you have Regis Prograis, Maurice Hooker. You got all these guys. These guys fought leading up to this point, and I was just a little bit more impressed with Josh's road, and the way that he won his fights. I was just a little bit more impressed with Josh and what he was doing, and I'm just gonna slightly go with him. I think Josh can do it. I just don't expect the knock. I don't expect the knockout. I don't expect either one of these guys to knock their opponent out. I really don't. These guys are tough. They're tough. They haven't almost got knocked out. They've shown to be very durable. They both shown to be decent when conditioning and fighting late. They both are going to go to war. If it goes to 12th round, let me tell you something. If they make it to the 12th round, the both of them, that 12th round is going to be a war. You know what I'm saying? So I think they both have a lot of tools that they can use to win this fight. But if I had to pick someone, I picked Josh Taylor. And that's who I went with. If you guys seen the breakdown, I picked Taylor. I just was more impressed. I was just more impressed with Josh's road. Just more impressed, Jose had a couple close ones that Zepeda fight, very debatable fight to me. Any other night, different set of judges could have gave it to Jose Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? And the Victor Postal fight, another fight where it could have really went either way. Really could. And Taylor, not Taylor, and Postal is an older Postal at this point. He's not in his prime. Josh fought him when he was younger. Even Bud fought him when he was very, very good and very dangerous and undefeated at 140. Stopping Matisse, So I just think that I don't know. I was just a little bit more impressed with the wins that Josh picked up getting to this point. That's just my opinion. All right. But again, if you guys weren't here earlier, I said earlier, as far as the antics, it's just Josh getting into Ramirez's head. Ramirez is always so cool, man. He's always chill. He's always respectful. He's always humble. Now, when he's in the ring, he's angry. Whatever he's holding in right now, he unleashes it once he gets in the ring. But leading up to a fight, he's a humble, he's a gentleman, So I think Taylor's just trying to get in his head, trying to throw him off a little bit. That's all. That's all. Nothing. No one got hurt, and that's all that really matters. They had a little scuffle in the lobby. No big deal. No big deal to me. What time is it? All right, so in about 10 minutes, ESPN's main broadcast is going to show the fight. So it's not going to be on ESPN Plus. So we got 10 minutes to watch the pre-fights, which is pretty much done. And then the main event. All right, so now if you're just joining, because I know a million of you guys are going to ask me what time the fight starts, what time are these guys fighting. They're not going to start fighting until 9:30 p.m. Eastern. All right, so we got another hour and a half. So I think we have a couple more fights before we get the Taylor and Ramirez fight. All right. So somebody asked me about Usyk and Joshua. So we could speak a little bit about that. It got officially announced today, or I think the WBO is putting a lot of pressure. And we know what this is all about. You know, the fact that they dealt with all the shenanigans when it came to Usyk and Joshua. These guys wanted to step aside and all of that. And for them to do that and to not have the fight and just wasted time. You know, Joshua Usyk could have already had a fight and a date scheduled. You know, they were trying to do the undisputed thing, which is what most of us wanted. But it's official. It's pretty much official. And these guys are gonna fight. Much respect for Usyk. Much respect for him and his skills. Very, very talented fighter, and I've had him in the top 5 pound for pound for a while. But there are divisions for a reason. And I know Usyk, I know his history. Don't come here talking about I don't know who he fought as an amateur. I'm fully aware what Usyk has done. But Joshua has developed dramatically as a fighter. All right. Usyk, yes, have the skill set, but Usyk still gets hit. He still gets hit. All right. And there's no one, these guys he fought at heavyweight with Witherspoon and Chisora, especially Chisora. Much respect to Chisora. Witherspoon, all right, we'll give him a pass. That was his first fight, just a tune-up. Chisora fight, listen, he looked good. It was an impressive win, you know, to fight Chisora and beat him on points. Won the majority of the round. I think I scored it maybe 8 rounds to 4, 9 rounds to 3, you know. But Joshua's are completely different from Beast and Chisora. And if it was Joshua, he would have stopped Chisora, if we're being honest. I mean, they would never fight each other. But I am impressed with Usyk, but I was a lot more impressed with him at cruiserweight. Those 2 fights he's had at heavyweight, cool, not bad. I like it, but he's in the big leagues now, you know. Now, as far as talent, yes, Marius Briedis, great fighter. All right. Michael Hunter, he beat him too. You know, he beat a lot of guys at cruiserweight. He's the best at cruiserweight. He's fighting a bigger, stronger, more powerful, and a good boxer on top of that. Joshua, I have Joshua winning, you know, and I think Joshua is very capable of stopping Usyk. I tweeted the other day, you know, these right hands that Usyk caught from Tony Bellew and Briedis and all these other fighters at cruiserweight he fought. If Joshua is going to land the same punches, it's going to change things. All right. And Usyk is a very, very slow starter. All right. He's what they like to say. He's downloading information. Right. He's a rhythm fighter. Once his rhythm starts going, by the time it get going, yeah, he could give Joshua some trouble. Absolutely. Could he possibly outbox Joshua? Yeah, absolutely. I'm picking Anthony Joshua. You could pick him all you want. I'm picking AJ. I think AJ is going to win this fight. You know, if AJ was a cruiserweight, I'll probably lean towards Usyk. But we're being realistic here. Joshua is a bigger, stronger guy. And he's just not no slow mummy walking forward and stuff. He can switch it up. Mid-fight, whatever the game plan is, he can make the adjustments. We've seen him fight so many different ways at this point against so many different fighters. I'm just more impressed with AJ. And plus, he has the size advantage as well. Size, the strength, the power advantage on top of his skill set being a lot more further developed than it was a few years back. All right. At one point, I thought Usyk could possibly, when he was tearing shit up down at cruiserweight, say, yo, if he goes to, heavyweight, I'm talking about when he just beat Bellevue, maybe a little before that. When he won the tournament, I was like, yo, man, he might be able to beat Joshua, right now. He might even be ready to beat Tyson Fury. That's how I was looking at it. But these guys got better, man. And, Usyk, what is he, 35 right now? Will it be enough? Even if it's not a knockout, what he can do, will it be enough to beat AJ? AJ, he's not just gassing out early in these fights. You know how much pressure Usyk would have to put AJ in order to burn him out? He would have to put a lot of pressure on AJ and risk getting hit. I don't know. I like Joshua in this. I know some of you are going to disagree with that, and that's cool. That's what we're here for. All right. But it's a very competitive fight, and it's a risky fight for AJ, definitely, but it's a risky fight for Usyk. It's a very risky fight for Usyk. All right. But it got to happen. He definitely deserves a title shot, being undisputed, holding, being a WBO champ, moving up. Yeah, he should be getting first dibs. All right. He had his couple fights. That's cool. But let me turn to the fight, by the way. Let me turn to ESPN. Again, let me just remind you guys, if you are just coming in, smash that like button. Also, the fight is on regular ESPN now. So it's not on the app anymore. It's not on ESPN Plus. So if you pay for the subscription, but you don't have regular ESPN, you will not be able to see the fight unless you find some other way to watch it. All right. Omar Buford, thanks again. BoxingWave, Wilder gets past Fury and AJ gets past Usyk. How likely do you think the fight between Wilder and Joshua and for Undisputed is to happen? The fight has proven to be difficult to make in the past. Good question. Question that I have answered before recently. But I feel like this. I think the fight is actually more possible to happen now than it was before. If Wilder is to win, all right, and beat Fury, which will be an upset at this point, right? Because I'm pretty sure Fury is going to be the favorite coming off the first two fights. If Wilder is to win and Joshua beats Usyk, and there's nothing left holding these guys back, and they fight or they work it out, I think there's a better chance of working and negotiating now than it was before. Okay, for several reasons, right? I think it's a much more better chance than it was 3-4 years ago. First of all, Wilder at this point, both Wilder and Joshua, they taken their loss. They took their L. If Wilder is to win, he bounced back, right? No more contracts with Fury. They're done. They agreed for their 2 fights. They had their 2 fights. Wilder's a little older than Fury and Joshua, right? He would be like 34, 35, whatever he's at. There's not too much left for him to do. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but there's a lot more money in the pot now. And he has an actual great argument to make it 50-50. Back then, he didn't. Back then, Joshua had a better resume, was making a ton more money, right? It wasn't too long ago where Wilder was only getting $1 million or $2 million per fight, right? Not too long ago. So before, it was hard to make it a 50-50 thing. Now you can make the argument that it should be 50-50, right? Wilder's more known here in America. Joshua is more well known out there in the UK, right? Or the world, or whatever way you want to put it. At the end of the day, the fight is big everywhere. It's big here in the States. It's big out there. It's big worldwide. You beat Tyson Fury, right? People are going to want to see the fight. People are going to tune in because Wilder beat Tyson Fury. So people that fell back from Wilder are tuning back in now, like, oh shit, he revenged that guy, that guy Fury knocked him out. Now we're paying attention to you again. And Joshua, well, everybody already know what he's done and the money he's made. Like I said before, Wilder turned down what, 5, 6, 12 million from Joshua the first time. Joshua turned down the 50 million. Wilder turned down the 100 million from DAZN for those 3 fights. The fight is at least 150, maybe even 200 million. By this point, at this time, we're talking really big money now. Only second to Mayweather. You know, the kind of money he was pulling off against Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. We're talking super big money now. And if Saudis take care of it, that's even crazier money. If DAZN was able to offer Wilder a 3-fight deal for 100 million, how much money is in the pot now by both ends? Everybody's going to want their hands involved with that. DAZN, you know, Fox, whoever. There's nowhere else to go. The money is going to be so big, Wilder can't turn it down. And I know he turned down 100 million. Listen, I know. I was here talking about it. You guys remember my video, my rant video about Wilder turning down that kind of money? I was pissed. But now they can come in the debate saying, yo, 50-50. You know, if they can work out the 50-50 and do their thing like they did with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd and having it on multiple networks, they can work it out. At that point, there's nothing really stopping them. So I believe that there's a better chance of the fight happening now because the money is bigger and there's not much left to do for neither one of them. At that point, it's not as much of a risk. They both taking their losses. If Wilder doesn't take the Joshua fight, what is he going to do? Fight for 5% of what he would make with fighting Joshua? It would be dumb. And Joshua's the same thing. It's like it's nothing left for y'all to do. So I think the fight has a great chance of happening. I believe it. Am I wrong? I could be wrong, but you know what? Yeah. You get what I'm saying. So, you know, I mean, like what big money Wilder can get if he doesn't fight Joshua? Probably the Andy Ruiz fight. But does the Andy Ruiz have that much value? Does he have as much value? I don't think even close, especially coming off that last performance. Even the performance against Joshua. I think Andy Ruiz lost a little stock. Just a little bit. All right. We gotta talk about some of these fights, okay? We got some good fights here, so we definitely gonna cover that. We got Elvis Rodriguez, who's the Dominican prospect. A lot of people feeling this kid. I'm feeling him for sure. He looks good. He looks great. And he might be next up at 140 when these guys go on to move up. This is a guy that I can see fighting, you know, for a title down the line. It's a little too soon now. I think he needs to develop a little bit more. But this is a guy I can see fighting a Teofimo Lopez down the line. You know, you never know. You know, but he's one of the future best dudes at 140. All right. So tune into ESPN. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you haven't already. Definitely smash that like button. Thank you for anyone that donated so far, and also thank you. Also make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hit that subscribe button as well. All right. The main event is at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So we got a little over. We got about an hour and a half before these guys walk to the ring. All right. What do you guys think of Elvis Rodriguez in the comments? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. We got Jose Cepeda. I was talking about him earlier. He's actually fighting Hank Lundy tonight. I'm expecting Jose Cepeda to win that. You know, I think Lundy is a little past it. You know, he was a good fighter at one point. I think he was one of the fastest fighters in the sport. But he's taken a lot of losses since then. And then Cepeda, you know, he's good. He's skillful. I think as the fight continues, I think he's just going to take off. I think it should be really close and competitive early. But I think at some point after a few rounds, I think Cepeda is going to be the better between the two. You know, I don't know if he's going to stop Hank. Hank has been stopped before. But I see Cepeda beating Hank unanimously or by stoppage. I heard Sims Jr. I don't think I've ever seen Sims Jr. fight, but I heard that he's a pretty good test for Elvis. Right now, you know, it's kind of a jab war. Sims making more of a use of his jab right now. They're both in the center of the ring. Not much going on. Elvis is the southpaw here. Sims is the orthodox fighter. Nice jab lands by Rodriguez. Right now, not much is happening. Filling out a lot of jabs this round so far. We just about halfway through the first round. Very, very technical clash here. You could tell both fighters are looking for the counter. So these guys, a lot of just jabs. Very safe fight for both right now so far. Ramirez and Taylor starts in a little over an hour. 9:30 p.m. Eastern to be exact. These guys are going to walk in. So if you're just looking, if you're just tuning in to come back, if you guys want to check out and come back in about an hour, a little over an hour, and these guys should be walking towards the ring. Not much going on this round. I just noticed that Sims just switched to southpaw. So we got a switch hitter here. Let's see if anything changes. But high and low, thank you, and appreciate the super chat, man. Power of Boxing Waves. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate your donation and support. Now, the main event will not likely start in 3 hours. They have a schedule. ESPN doesn't. That's one thing about ESPN. They don't mess around when it comes to the schedules. All right. When they have a ring walkout time, which is 9:15, 9:30-ish, they don't play around, you know, because they have a schedule. You got all of these sports. So they're usually on point with the scheduling. All right. Elvis is a huge looking 140 pounder. I don't think so. I think he could definitely fight as a welterweight. I see what you're saying. I wouldn't say huge. I guess so. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I wonder if he's going to stick around. If he is to continue winning and still look impressive and look and improve, you know, I will definitely love to see him face some of the better guys, you know, that's coming up from 135 in the future. But he definitely looks noticeably bigger than the guys that's currently fighting at 135. Marlon says I've seen Elvis fight. He's legit. Yeah, he's definitely legit. Tank versus Barrios. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that this week. Definitely going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Devin Haney's fight is this week too, against Jorge Linares. Good fight. Good fight. I like the fight. You know, a lot of people are writing off Linares because he was stopped by Lomachenko, and he was actually stopped again when he moved up to 140. But I like the fight. I think it's a good test, and it's going to be a good boxing match. It's going to be a thinker's fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Nice straight left to the body by Elvis. See, these are the fights that Elvis needs. He gotta fight someone where he can't just dumb out and go crazy and just be supposed to. He needs to be tested, and this is exactly what he needs. Someone that's a good counter puncher. So he's working on being cautious. Sims has actually caught him with a counter right just now. But so far it's been pretty good. It's been a couple of almost clashed of heads. Oh, another counter by Sims. Sims caught him with another straight right hand counter. All right, so he got caught with a couple counters here. Elvis has landed some good shots too, but Sims seemed to be a little bit in control here so far. A lot of feinting between both, but straight thinking match right here. Nice straight left lands for Elvis. Thing with Elvis too that I'm noticing, you know, I want to see a little bit more head movement for him. You know, he seems to be like his head's kind of straight there, you know, and I think that's part of the reason why he got caught with these shots. Sims seems to be trying to time him with that right hand again, the same one that he's countered him with before. Because Elvis' head is kind of dead center, you know? And I think he could definitely work on some angles, you know? Get some angles in there. See a little bit more angles from him. Good round for both. About 15 seconds left in the second round. Oh, nice left hook lands for Sims. Sims is giving Elvis some trouble this round. I'm definitely giving Sims this round. This is a real fight, y'all. Tune in. Good fight. D-Style, what's up, brother? Who you guys got in the comments? I see you guys talking. Who you guys got in the comments? Let me know. Who do you guys got for tonight? You guys got who you guys got? Taylor or Ramirez, knockout, decision? Let me know in the comments. Who you guys got for tonight? D-Style, I already know you got Ramirez. I know what you got. Reed should have beat Joshua the second time. Postal, LOL, named me at another fighter he boxed. He stopped Lucas Matisse. He got wins over Hank Lundy. Remember, Danny Garcia didn't want to fight him. He actually ducked him a few times. I have Taylor by decision. A lot of it's mixed in here. A lot of Ramirez and Taylor's in here. Okay. Very mixed, very mixed. Say about 50-50. Yeah, it's mixed in here. All right, let's get back into this Elvis Rodriguez fight here, which is a real fight now. This is a good test for him. Oh, another right hand lands for Sims. Sims is giving Elvis some trouble here. Lands a jab as well. Tune into this fight. Let's see what happens. Let's see what Elvis is going to do here. Oh, they just had a little exchange, and Sims caught him with a right hook. Elvis steps in, catches him with a hook himself. Elvis seems to be in control still, man. I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but I'm sorry. Sims is a little in control here to me. Oh, nice straight left lands for Elvis. I want to see Elvis do some work on the inside. I think Sims seems to be very confident and comfortable here on the outside. Let's see how this continues going, because if it goes like this and Sims is getting the better of him here and there, Elvis might have to change it up, adjust here, maybe start working on the inside a little bit. Straight hand by Elvis, but I couldn't see if it landed. Ref's gotten away. Oh, nice 1-2 by Elvis, but he gets countered by Sims again with a right hand. So Elvis is starting to step in and open up a little bit more, land some combination. Caught another right hand by Sims. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Tim just said it. Rodriguez is stepping in and getting his combinations off, but Sims is definitely getting a last shot. As he's stepping back out, he's getting caught every time by Sims. Like Sims countering him pretty good, but a pretty close competitive fight here. All right, Sims just switched it up to southpaw again. Lands a jab. Round 3 over. Tough fight. The undercards on ESPN. Elvis is looking for the KO, but he's going to have to work for it. He might get it. He might get it, but right now he's having a little bit of trouble. We got another hour until Taylor and Ramirez. Rodriguez needs to stop stepping in. Just use your reach at a comfortable distance. Yeah, but he's getting timed pretty well. All right, we're in the 4th round. And Sims comes out in the 4th round as a southpaw. And I think that's also an issue too, because Sims, even though he's having a success as a righty, he looks very comfortable as a southpaw too here. He may not have a lot of power, but he's definitely a good counterpuncher. He's inching closer and closer to Rodriguez. Sims looks very confident here. Rodriguez looked noticeably bigger than him too. Sims still fighting as a lefty right now. Really comfortable still in control. All right, he's not landing anything big. He didn't land any big left hands yet this round, but he's gotten. Elvis is very hesitant here. Maybe he's setting up Sims with a big shot. We'll see. Maybe he's setting him up, but he's not really active this round so far. I think he's having a little trouble with Sims fighting as a southpaw. All right, so Sims is back as an orthodox right now, which is where I think Rodriguez wants him. Nice combination by Elvis, but he got countered again in that exchange. See, I haven't seen a situation where Elvis actually stepped in, landed his combinations, and stepped out without being hit on the way out. Every time he's on the way out, oh, big shot by Elvis. Big shot lands. Big straight left. And that was his best shot so far in this fight. All right. Sims is all right, though. He doesn't seem hurt from it. He's still holding his ground. But Elvis is actually putting on. He's opening up. Nice job. Lands for Elvis. Elvis is going for it now. I think that was a shot he needed to give him his confidence. And Elvis is starting to let his hands go a little bit more now. All right. That shot definitely hurt Sims just a little bit. But Sims seems to be recovered. And now he's coming back forward. See, they would see that's an opportunity right there when it's about 10 seconds left. Sims lunged in with a jab low. I think that should have been an opportunity for Elvis to counter him. You know, he kind of caught him because he kind of overextended himself there, and he was definitely there to get countered. But you know, this is all a learning game for Elvis, you know. All right, what are you guys talking about here? Who do I got tonight? I got Taylor by decision, man. Wait, what would you do if Mayweather walked up to you and slapped you for no reason? Would you break his jaw? I probably wouldn't be able to hit him if I threw a punch, so I would probably try to tackle him. I'm not gonna fight, like use my hands. I'm gonna use my size and try to tackle him and then wrestle him to the ground and just hold on to him and try to punch him on the ground. That's what I would do, but Floyd wouldn't do that. Because you know what, to be honest, if he were to do that, I would probably sue him, you know, or maybe I'll get some kind of money out of it. And pretend like I'm suffering from pain. I don't know. Ground and pound. That's right. Yep. I'm 6'2". What's up, William? What's going on? Sue for $1 billion. Nah. I'll probably settle for a small amount. Can't play it too much, especially if it's only a slap. And if he punches me, I'm gonna sue for a lot more. Well, Floyd smarter than that. He wouldn't do that. And somebody like AB, on the other hand, he'd probably do it. He's done it before to somebody, and I think he got sued. So, all right. So we back into this fight. That's a weird question too. Totally random. So we in the 5th round. This very competitive fight. You know, a big test for Elvis so far. But a good round 4 for Elvis. Probably his best rounds in this fight so far. At some point, he's going to have to get a little bit more aggressive, you know, and I think he should try to. I think he's still just waiting to catch him and get the KO. Slim seems to be slowing down a little bit, though. His counters haven't been as sharp since the 3rd round. So we'll see. He tried to go for the counter just now, and Elvis parried the shot, so. Nice combination for Rodriguez. Only one shot got in there, but I just like to see that he's holding, you know, he's letting his hands go. And he's doing better with his defense. He's definitely been blocking a lot of Sims counters and stuff. Sims hasn't really done anything since the 3rd. So Rodriguez is starting to open up more. He's looking more confident. He's landing more shots. Sims just went back as a southpaw because just haven't had any success for a little bit now. Oh, they both trade jabs. Nice straight left by Rodriguez lands. A few seconds left in the 5th round. Another round for Elvis. I have definitely given him the 4th and 5th rounds. I think the 2 and 3 rounds, the 2nd and 3rd rounds went to Sims. Who you guys think is going to win the fight with Devin Haney next week and Linares? Anyone think that Linares? Does anyone here think that Linares has a good chance of winning against Haney? Does anyone here think that, or you think, or you got a lot? You know, I've been reading the comments. A lot of people don't feel like Linares have much of a shot because, you know, he's been stopped by Loma and he's, you know, a little older now. What do you guys think? I personally like the fight. I think it's a good test. Definitely the best test for Haney so far. Fighting a former champion at, you know, guy that has a win over Luke Campbell. It's a great test for Haney. Hard to think Haney will wash Linares. Haney late stoppage. Linares passed it. Well, I think Linares is definitely better than the Gamboa fight. You know, I think Linares, you know, Haney is not a big puncher. But Linares has always been chinny, and he's always lost by stoppage. I don't think Linares hasn't lost on points once yet. So it should be an interesting fight because if Haney isn't able to stop Linares, you know, can he outbox Linares for 12 rounds? That's the question. You know, so that's what I want to know. You know, if Haney, you know, Haney's power is not really, you know, he has power. I'm sure he can pop. He's knocked some guys out, but that's not his strength. You know, and if he's not capable of hurting Linares, how is the fight going to look? You know, it even took a lot for Lomachenko to stop him. Took a lot. You know, and I'm not sure if Haney hits on it. Oh, nice counter right hand by Sims. They both trade there. But no, I like the fight, man. You know, some people don't like it, but I like it. I love it. I love it, actually. I love it. And I think Haney, I was waiting for Haney to fight someone solid for me. So far, we haven't gotten it since he's stepped up. You know, I thought Santiago was a solid opponent. You know, I thought Gamboa was not a good opponent, you know, but we're finally getting something that people are going to respect, you know. I feel like everyone up to this point have fought better fighters than Haney. Everyone in that division so far right now has fought. I mean, and to be honest, even Elise Selby, you know, Cambosos beat Lee Selby. And even that fight, I think his fight is better than fighting Gamboa at this stage. You know, I don't think Gamboa is much of a threat. He's older. He doesn't have the reflexes like that. He's just not explosive like that anymore. And it wasn't really an impressive win to me, you know. I think everybody else in the division pretty much have a better win than Devin Haney. But I think after this win, gives him a lot more credit than what he currently has. You know, I like the fight. I like the fight a lot. You know, we know that all these other guys got good wins, at least one. You know, even Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell. Ryan Garcia got a better win. Tio obviously have better wins. You know, even Nakatani got a win over Verdejo. You know, even he got a stoppage over Verdejo, and gave Tio a loss. The loss to Tio was more impressive than the wins that Haney got so far at the highest level. You know, so I like this fight. Haney should win that fight. He should win the fight. He should win the fight, you know. He definitely should, but we'll see, you know. Counter Ben, thoughts? I like Conor Ben, man. I was actually watching looking at his IG today, and he's out in Vegas, and he was hitting the punching bag, and he looked good, man. He's very powerful, very, very powerful, fast and powerful, and he's improving with every fight. I loved his win against Samuel Vargas. He looks very strong, man. He looks strong. I can't wait to him and Ortiz and Boots Ennis and Rashidi Ellis and all of these guys that are young and undefeated get in a ring with each other. All these guys, they should be fighting each other right now. Sims is starting to walk Elvis Rodriguez down some here, and he's going for it, and he's actually hitting Elvis a lot. Elvis responds, though. But this fight is starting to turn into a phone booth fight. Sims is taunting Rodriguez and trading and exchanging. Oh, he just hit Sims with a big shot. But they both trading here. It's a phone booth fight now. Now they're on the inside. Oh, this is turning into a good fight. This is a good fight right now. This is the best round so far. Sims is going for the win. He's not trying to be a tune-up. He's trying to win this fight. That's another thing too. Tim just said it. These guys got to go to the body. Especially if you're going to be that close to each other. We haven't seen enough of that in this fight. All right, they back on the outside a little bit, but Sims is still trying to close in. Rodriguez just went for a huge left hand, but it was actually blocked. I don't know, man. Sims is going to switch back to southpaw. He's walking Rodriguez down. Just missed off the 1-2. Elvis gotta do more here, man. Like right now. He has to do more. Nice left hand land for Elvis. Nice hook to the body. Elvis is bleeding from the mouth. His right eye is bruised, closed a little bit. Sims is a little bruised up too on his face. But Elvis looks a little bit more. Caught another right hand or another left hand from Sims. Oh, Sims got him on the exchange again. Oh, close fight, man. I don't know about this fight. I don't know how the judges are seeing it, but not sure. I'm not too sure if they got Elvis winning this fight. Sims is good. Sims is good. This is a good test. It might be too much of a test right now because Elvis is in for a fight, man. They got one more round to go. This is only an 8-round fight. What if Haney gets knocked down by like Garcia? Listen, it's about winning the fight. As long as he wins the fight, that's all that matters. If he gets knocked down, you know what? People are going to talk. It is what it is. But win the fight. Win the fight. Winning the fight is the goal. All right? This is a 50-50 fight so far. Yeah, I mean, I didn't score the last couple of rounds, but I think Sims won the last round, in my opinion. Nice nice right hand lands for Sims. We're in the 8th round, the final round in this fight. Elvis got to step it up. He got to step it up because he has to fight right now as if the judges might have him down. Elvis looks slower. Sims is still fighting at a high level here. Need to see more from Elvis, man. Nice exchange from Elvis. He steps in, threw a combination. Only one of them landed, though. Sims seemed to have a good chin. He's taking some big shots from Elvis in this fight and took them all. Sims is just trying to walk him down at this point. Nice short right hand counter lands. So far, he's in control this last round. We got a little bit more than halfway through the round. A minute 40 seconds left. Straight right hand lands to the body by Sims. Jab lands by Sims. Still waiting to see what Elvis is going to do here. Elvis is trying to wait for a counter, but he's off. It's not landing here. Oh, he lands a straight left, though. He does land a straight left up top. But we need more. We need more. That's all. That's all we got. Sims is back to walking him down. Oh, they're tied up in the center of the ring here. We got just over a minute left in this final round between Elvis Rodriguez and Sims. Sims still in control, in my opinion. Nice counter, straight left hand by Rodriguez. Rodriguez, another steps in, lands a combination. We need more. We need more for him. We need more. Sims switches back to southpaw again. Lands left up top. They're showing Josh Taylor and his dancing in his dressing room. Rodriguez lands a left hand. 13 seconds left. Oh, Sims lands a left hand. Rocked. Oh, I think he caught Elvis off balance a little bit. Fight is over. I don't know, man. I was a little bit more impressed with Sims, to be honest. I was a little bit more impressed. But I see it, being a draw. I see it being a draw, though. The thing is, Elvis already has a draw on his record, too. I think he's 11-0, but I think he got one draw in there. I don't know. Not sure if Elvis won that, man. Not sure. What do you guys think? Anybody in here watch this fight? Think Sims going to nick this. Sims finally goes to the body. Sims is missing a lot, though. Yeah, they missed a lot. Both of them missed a lot, though. Sims got this. 4-4 draw. You guys remember that fight? They're showing the Zepeda Barantek fight from last year. They're showing like a highlights of that fight. I'm not saying that was the best fight last year, but that was definitely the craziest fight. We got like 4 knockdowns from both in like 5 rounds, something crazy. Draw. 4-4 draw. Yeah, I think Zepeda's going to beat Lundy, man. I don't think Lundy's beating Zepeda at this point. Now, Zepeda and Hank Lundy is next. And then the Taylor fight, they saying their walkout is 9:30. So, from the looks of it, it looks like they're going right on schedule. It's 8:40 now here, and we got about another hour, just short of an hour. So, we seem to be on good schedule. If Zepeda is to get a stoppage, which I think is very possible, the fight should be about 9:30. And the fight is on ESPN. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. Hagler's competition before his title fights was just, I see you guys having a little chat in here about Hagler and who else? The 4 Kings. I seen you guys talking about that a little bit. Carlos Monzon. Jorge says Pac-Man KOs Spence. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. A KO? Nah. All right, here we go with the decision. 76-76. Majority of decision. Uh-oh. Wow. They gave it the sense. Wow. Wow. Upset. Elvis Rodriguez lost. Wow. 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 Sims got it, man. Wow. I feel like they did the right thing. Rodriguez just didn't do enough, man. He didn't do enough. Didn't do enough. You know, Sims neutralized him and took his power. Plus 1,000. Wow. Somebody made some money. What's up to J. Rue's Theory? Was good, bro. Yeah, Sims made Elvis look very basic tonight. Made him look very basic, man. Sometimes that's how it be, though. Sometimes it be like that, man. It's not over. It's not over, you know. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone real quick. All right. All Rodriguez controls 1-2-3 combo. Yeah. Rodriguez looked very limited tonight, you know. And sometimes losses like that is what you need. He already had a draw, but he didn't really show much there. You know, they only had one round where they were both fighting on the inside. I thought Rodriguez should have changed it up earlier than that. But it seemed like Sims was very comfortable with trading with him on the inside as well. You know, and Sims going back from righty to lefty pretty much every round. Sims looked very impressive. You know, got to be on the lookout for him now because that was my first time seeing him fight. But Elvis looked very, very limited. You know, he was just trying to counter with the straight left and missed most of the time. And he really didn't have much outside of that. You know, there was not much in his game. He looked like he would step in, throw that same combination, usually miss the combination, maybe land one out of the 2 or 3 punches he would throw. And on his way back out, he would always get countered by Sims, you know, over and over again. So he just need to work on some things. Still very good, but we still got to see more. It is what it is. Very, very limited. Yeah. Just got to use the time to work on some things. That's all. It's not the end of the world. But ESPN and Top Rank was really, really pushing him hard. You know, they were pushing him hard. They would definitely. He's been on a lot of these undercards. I've been watching him for a while now in here. But, you know, as soon as he fought a real counterpuncher, we saw all the real flaws, you know. He's been stopping guys using his power and everything, but looked very, very limited tonight. No punch variation from Rodriguez. Yes, it was the same thing over and over again. You know, you got to adjust. You know, what other weapons you have? Who has the best right hand of all time? Deontay Wilder. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Spence is gonna win. This is the thing though, because I see it. I've already like looking at what people are saying, and I can already tell like when Spence was going to fight Sean Porter, right? A lot of people thought that Spence was going to stop Sean Porter. I picked Spence to win, but I knew it was going to be a decision. I knew that Spence was absolutely not stopping Sean Porter. So when the fight happened and it was competitive and everybody was saying it should have been a draw, or some people were saying that Sean won the fight, people started thinking that Spence was overrated because the fight was closer than what they expected it to be. And I thought it was a mistake for people to expect that Spence would stop Sean Porter. Sean Porter's never been stopped. He's hardly ever been hurt. He has a great chin, right? He's been knocked down, yes, but he has a great chin and he recovers very quickly. All right? As many times as he's been hurt, he recovers like this. Keith Thurman rocked him, recovered right away. Brooke rocked him, recovered right away. Same thing with even, I think Adrian Broner stopped him, knocked him down like in the last round. Spence knocked him down, but he's never been that hurt. So I thought it was a mistake for people to say that Spence was going to knock him out. Like, that was ridiculous. Even Spence saying out of his own mouth that was the easier route was ridiculous to me. Like, Sean Porter has never been an easy fight for anyone. It doesn't matter if he win, loss, draw, close fights, rematches. He's never been an easy fight. So going into this Pacquiao fight, and I know he's 42. All right. I know Spence is much bigger than him as a welterweight. Who wasn't bigger than Manny Pacquiao? So I do think Spence is going to win, but I think people are underestimating Pacquiao a little bit. And if the fight actually is more competitive than you expect, people are going to be like, oh, Spence is having issues with an old man. No, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's an old guy, but Pacquiao's still much faster than him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pacquiao has a very awkward style. A lot of people can't deal with him. He's small, but he's quick. He has great legs. And he has those angles that you really can't prepare for. Not only that, they're both southpaws, which is makes it even a little bit more harder to predict, right? Because neither one of them have a long list of southpaws on their resume. Who's the last southpaw that Manny Pacquiao fought? Who's the last southpaw Manny Pacquiao? Has Pacquiao even fought a southpaw since he moved up to welterweight? You have to really go all the way back to before De La Hoya. You have to. So Pacquiao and Spence too. Same thing with Spence. What southpaws has Spence fought? Keith Van Herden, Leonard Bundle, Tyson Fury is in there and he's running around the stage. Tyson Fury is there and he's being Tyson Fury. It's funny. Yeah, it's very, 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 it's not as easy as people are saying. And if the fight is competitive, I don't want it to be like, oh, he's having issues against an old man. Everybody has issues against this dude. I don't think Spence knocks Manny out. I think Spence wins a fight, but I don't think he knocks Manny out. Like, nah. But if Manny's gonna win, Manny gotta, and I know this sounds crazy because Spence can pressure really well, right? He got to keep Spence on his back foot. He can't let Spence come towards him. You know why? That's part of the reason why Sean Porter was such a difficult fight, because Sean Porter kept coming at Spence, forcing Spence to move his legs. Spence is usually really flat-footed. He likes to sit down on his shots, really use that power. Sean wasn't really letting him do it. And if he was letting him do it, he wasn't letting him do it that long. You gotta keep Spence off balance. You gotta keep him moving. You can't let him just walk forward and just turn into the Terminator and just walk you down and be aggressive. You can't do that. If Pacquiao is able to come forward, counter, use those angles on that jab, slip those jabs, land that straight left hand, and keep Spence moving back, not the entire fight. Obviously, he's not going to be able to do that, but at good lengths, continuously do that. Catch him with some good counters. That would make the fight more competitive. Again, I think at the end of the day, age is going to be a factor. Age is definitely going to be a factor in this fight. And I think as the rounds go on, Spence is a guy that likes to let his hands go. So he's going to let his hands go. All right. Pacquiao coming off a 2-year break, 42 years old. That's definitely going to be a factor in this fight, without a doubt. I'm not trying to dismiss that, but I think that the fight is going to be more competitive, whichever way you see it. Whether you got Spence winning or Pacquiao, fight's going to be way more competitive than what some people are saying. And I know there's crazy Pacquiao fans that think he just beats everybody at any point in his life. I'm not talking about the fanboys. I'm not talking about the hardcore fans, but there are also Spence fans that feel like, oh, Spence is just going to knock him out. It's going to be easy, yada, yada, yada. I don't think it's going to be easy. Do I think Spence will have trouble making weight? Nah. Look, I think Spence is going to be in his best shape that he can be currently. I don't think he has much time left at 147. So maybe he might struggle a little bit, but I think Spence is going to be fine. I think Spence, I don't think, if you're going to be prepared for any fight, right? Like, because he was definitely prepared for Porter. He was definitely prepared on his comeback fight against Danny Garcia, right? Because you're coming off the accident, so you want to show and prove that you good, which he was. He passed the test for me. You fighting Manny Pacquiao, you got to really show up. So if you never showed up for a fight before, if you had to show up for any fight in your career, this is the fight you show up for. And then you definitely got to show up for Crawford if you are going to actually fight him. Spence might have slacked in between fights. He might get fat in between fights. In the past, drinking, being out partying, clubbing, we already know. But if you're going to be prepared for any fight in your life, it's this Manny Pacquiao fight. So I'm not really concerned with that. And I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a really, really good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. But I think Spence is going to win because Spence is better than Keith Thurman, in my opinion. He's better than the Keith Thurman that fought Pacquiao that night. And that was 2 years ago. I think Spence, Thurman does not. Thurman, I want to say he was limited, but I think Spence got more to offer than Thurman did because Thurman was getting outboxed from the outside. Thurman was too slow. He was slower than Pacquiao. Pacquiao actually made him look slow, kind of, right? And Pacquiao's combinations, his angles, his punch variations, his timing, it was just too much for Thurman. Thurman had his moments, All right, and he did pick up some rounds in the second half of the fight, but I think Spence has a little bit more to offer because when Thurman switched it up and tried to walk down Pacquiao and he fought with that high guard and was trying to, close the gap, Spence is better at doing that. You know, Spence is also better at attacking the body. He's a better pressure fighter than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is more of a boxer puncher, likes to counter, you know. Yes, he likes combinations and everything. Yes, he does love his power, but I think Spence is a better fighter when it comes to walking the opponent down and coming forward, being on his front foot. I think he's better at doing that, attacking the body, just being more of a bully and using his size. He knows how to really use his size in there as a welterweight, better than Keith Thurman, you know. So I think Spence is going to be more of a challenge than Keith was. And he's also fighting a Pacquiao that's 2 years older than when he was before when Thurman fought him. You know? Spence is slower than Thurman. Yes, he is. And I think Thurman is definitely the mover between the two. He's probably the better counterpuncher too. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about when things start to slow down a bit for Pacquiao, those moments where Pacquiao is, slowing down, not really, the volume is not high. And that's one thing about Pacquiao. This is a guy that used to be able to throw 1,000 punches in a fight. Pacquiao's not doing those kind of numbers no more. He's older. He's not doing those kind of numbers. Pacquiao was one of those guys that was still throwing 1,000,000 punches like he was against Margarito. I would say Pacquiao easy. But that's not the fighter he is right now. He's older, Spence is going to be tough. Yes, he's slower. Yes, he's flat-footed. I get that. I get all of that. But, Spence is going to work. I think he's just going to outwork Pacquiao and beat him on points. I don't think he's going to stop Pacquiao, though. He could, but I don't know, We'll see. All right, so we're getting the Zepeda fight against Hank Lundy right now, so we definitely going to cover this fight. I got Zepeda winning this one. Lundy had his best days. He's past his best days, and Zepeda, to me, is still one of the top guys at 140. So Lundy, I don't think he's beating Zepeda in this fight. All right, here we go. He might even stop Lundy. But we'll see. They both southpaws too. All right, so round one. I think when Lundy was in his prime, like earlier years, like I'm talking like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I think he was one of the fastest guys in the sport. Like he was quick. He was sharp. But I got Zepeda winning this, man. I haven't checked for Lundy. He just caught a right hand. Lundy looks a little off tonight already to me. He doesn't look like he has good balance. Like his feet, if you just look at his feet, it looks, every time he throws, he's leaving himself off balance a little bit. I don't know if he's been active. I know I haven't seen him fight in a while. But the last time I seen him fight, he wasn't looking too good. And he's noticeably smaller than Zepeda. Zepeda looked like a welterweight right here compared to Lundy. Lundy looks like and Lundy fought at 135. So he looks like he could be fighting at 135 here compared to Zepeda. Yeah, they just said the same thing I said. Lundy doesn't look like he caught a nice straight left just now, but he doesn't look, I don't know, he looks a little off. Yeah, prime Lundy would have been a good fight. But he's doing more work in this round. But I'm not sure how effective it is here. They're both in the center of the ring right now. They kind of nice right hand caught by Lundy. Lundy's been catching him in this round more, but that's expected. You know, Lundy's going to give us a good 2 or 3 rounds tops, and I think Zepeda's going to nice right hook to the body, another left to the body. Now they're trading. They're getting to these little exchanges here. Zepeda's definitely going to the body already. Another jab to the body lands. All right, let me yo, my bad. When has Hank Lundy fought? Because he looks very, very rusty here in this fight so far. He looks like he hasn't fought in a long time. Let's see. He fought in 2020. He fought last year. Fernandez, not familiar with the last 2 fighters. Yeah, he's been active, but he hasn't been fighting top guys for a while. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen him. I seen when he lost to Abdulayev. I did see that fight. I think that was in 2018. You know, I think most people here probably didn't see him fight since he lost to Terrence Crawford. You know that fight was already 5 years ago. It don't seem like it. I went to that fight live. Lundy's fight against Crawford was 5 years ago. Man, it's crazy how time flies. I remember going to that fight. It was at the Garden, and me and Marcus Brown was sitting next to each other, and that's how we met and became cool. We were chopping it up that night in the theater, the smaller arena in the Garden. All right, so we're in round 2 right now. Zepeda looks very relaxed. He's not even looking like he's doing much right now. But Hank lost his speed, man. You can just tell he's not. He's far past it. He's far past it here. But Zepeda looks to be, you know, he's fighting relaxed. Lundy's switching from lefty to righty. Now he's fighting as a righty. But not much going on right now at the moment. I think Zepeda, nice body shot by Zepeda. Another one, another straight left to the body. A right hook to the body by Zepeda. Yeah, them body shots are going to count. Another one, another hook to the body. How old is Hank? Another one lands. Yeah, he's tearing up his body. Hank is 37 years old, by the way. The next fight, the main fight is the next fight. All right, so after this fight is over, we're again, if you're just joining us, we're getting the fight really, really soon. So hang out because the fight should be starting. Nice left hand lands for Hank, but it doesn't seem to have much of effect on Zepeda at this point. But yeah, the next fight is coming up. The main fight is the next fight. So just be here because I personally think Zepeda is going to stop Hank at some point. This is a 10 round or 2. I don't see this going too far. All right, we finishing up on second round here. All right, we almost done. All right. Hank's fighting, but you know, Zepeda, I like Zepeda's body work. I'm giving him that. Hank's fighting, you know, he's getting his shots off. He's definitely landed, but you know, I don't think Hank got the power that's gonna really affect Zepeda. You know, Zepeda's fighting relaxed. He looks fine. You're not having to really work too hard here. You know, and Zepeda's been in worse, in tougher fights. You know, he fought Jose Ramirez, very, very tough fight. Close fight, could have gone either way. Going into war with Baranchek last year too, another big fight. All right. Lundy already looks tired. What's up, Charles? Edward Cheese was good. What you cooking? He said, Anders said he looks like he snapped both Achilles tendons on his heels. All right, we're in the third round. All right. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Zepeda needs to go continue to that body, man. Just keep working that body. I feel like Zepeda could be a little bit more aggressive, but maybe he's just trying to wait it out and get the rounds in and just slowly work and become aggressive later. Oh, nice overhand left lands for Hank Lundy. All right, but Zepeda goes down, but he was tripped. All right, but the left hand was a big punch. Nice overhand left counter. Another one he lands. Good shot. That was the biggest shot of the fight so far. That was a good shot. The no knockdown. Yeah, I feel like Jose could be a lot more aggressive. It's being a little bit too passive. Got Hank Lundy giving him a lot of confidence now. Hank is the one coming forward now, and he's letting his hands go a lot more. Another left hand. All right, that one Zepeda turned that one though. That didn't land flush. So Zepeda now is coming forward and he's working behind that jab. Zepeda looks kind of slow here. I'm not gonna lie. He looks slower than what I remember him as. Looks a little slower. Maybe it's because he's fighting Hank. I don't know. Zepeda needs to go back to the body, though. He was definitely working. Things were working out better for him when he was going to the body. You think that was a knockdown? I don't think it was a knockdown, man. I think he did hurt him with the shot, but he definitely tripped over his foot for sure. I seen the foot as he tried to pivot around when Hank turned. Hank kind of turned him, and when he turned, you could see that he tripped behind his foot. Yeah, Hank's legs doesn't look good, man. Hank's legs does not look good at all. This is the most awkward I ever seen him. I don't know if it's old age. I don't know if he's coming off of some kind of injury, but his legs look weird. It kind of reminds me of like Gamboa's legs when he fought Tank. You know, it just doesn't look stable. He doesn't look stable. He's like wobbling around. And every time he throws something big, he's kind of off balance. They're interviewing Lomachenko right now.
Yeah, sure. You know, my opinion now, after watching a lot of times this fight, my opinion it was a draw.
Okay, so they asked Lomachenko, "Do you still feel the same way about the fight with Teofimo Lopez as you did at that time?" And he's saying right now, in his opinion, he feels like it's a draw after watching the fight again.
Because it's best choice for me. I won't compare myself with this guy because he fought with Teofimo.
All right. Yeah. So he's fighting Nakatani because he wants to compare his performance to Teofimo's performance. All right. So we back. All right. Show the fight.
my best, and I want to do my best. And
Hey.
now I roll myself and prepare for next level.
All right. So he said he's trying to prepare and fight at the next level. Real generic questions, but yeah, he's fighting Nakatani to obviously compare his performance against Nakatani to Tio's. You know, um, Nakatani ain't no walk in the park, man. You know, I mean, Lomachenko should win, but Nakatani's not a walk in the park. He was tough for Verdejo. He was tough for Tio for a reason. You know, he's tall, he's long, he has a very good 1-2. He has good legs. You know, I think, and he's tough as hell, man. He has a great chin. Tio wasn't able to hurt him. You know, and this is at a time where Tio was pretty much knocking everybody out. He had the best knockout highlights leading up to that point for the last couple years before that fight. So I think the Nakatani fight is going to be a tough fight. You know, Loma should win, but it's a tough fight. It's not easy. It's not going to be an easy fight. They're fighting on ESPN. No one has looked good against Nakatani so far. So we'll see how Loma looks. You know, hopefully he's 100% healthy. Hopefully you don't have no arm issues or anything like that. You know, I'm still picking Loma to win. But this is one of those fights where Loma's going to have to work. You know, he can't take it easy. Because Nakatani, you know, again, he's gonna let his hands go. Hank looks like he's slowing down now. You could really starting to see. We're only in the 4th round. This is a 10-rounder. I still feel like Zepeda could be more aggressive, though. Maybe he's waiting to the later rounds. He's probably waiting to the later rounds. But I still think like this fight is more competitive than I expected to, especially the way Zepeda started with the body shots. Nice hook by Zepeda. All right, come on, ref. Let's go. Ref, Hank is fighting with his guard down, his gloves down, and just slipping shots using his head. I don't know. I feel like I was expecting a little bit more from Zepeda. Doesn't look that much more impressive than Hank Lundy does at this point. Lundy should have a knockdown. Does Lundy have socks or cast on? Lundy is looking more confident. Yeah, Zepeda is not looking that impressive. Doesn't look that impressive right now. How do you guys feel about the winner fighting Terrence Crawford at 147? You know, do you guys think that Crawford is waiting for the winner of this fight tonight to face them? Or do you think that Crawford is probably in the works of fighting somebody else? And if it's somebody else, who do you think that somebody else is? And how do you feel about him fighting the winner of Taylor and Ramirez? Are you guys good with that? Yeah, Elvis Rodriguez did lose tonight. He did get outboxed by Sims and 8 or 10 rounder. No, that was an 8 rounder. I'm sorry. I don't feel like neither one of them can bring anything to Crawford. I think, like I said in my prediction video, I think Taylor is definitely the more versatile between the two, but Crawford is just as versatile as you can get in this sport. To me, I think he is the most versatile fighter out of everybody. He can literally do everything. And he could do it better than Taylor. A nice left hand lands for Zepeda. We're in the 5th round, by the way. But yeah, I don't see either one. I think Ramirez, good aggressive fighter, power and everything, but even him, I don't think he really brings anything that we haven't seen like Crawford hasn't seen. He's fought punchers, guys that punch harder, guys that are bigger, guys. Ooh, nice 1-2 by Hank Lundy. Really nice lands. All right. But yeah, I don't see either one really being too much of an issue with Bud at this point. I think Bud at this point, Porter, might be a tough challenge for him. I think Spence, if anybody's gonna beat Bud, I think it would be Spence. I think those are the two, challenge. Pacquiao would be a good fight, but I don't think Pacquiao could beat Bud or Spence. But I think he has a better chance of being Spence than Bud. I think Bud will beat Pacquiao. Yeah. For sure. That's the way I see it. I think the best person to beat Bud, I think Bud against Spence is a complete 50-50 fight. But Josh Taylor, Ramirez, they're really good, but I don't think they're on Bud's level. I don't know about that. It's still a good fight. But I don't think they got what it takes to beat Bud. I think Bud is just too good. All right. It's a good name for Crawford. I think Arthur says it's a good name for Crawford, but I think he beats both easy. Geraldo says, to be honest, I want to see the winner versus Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, we were speaking about that earlier. It's not really much in it for them, though, if you get what I'm saying, because they'll be defending their titles against Teo. And they have really not much to gain outside of just beating Teofimo Lopez, which is good. But Teo has a lot more to gain, holding titles, 4 titles, whether you think he's undisputed or not, holding all 4 major titles at 135 and then simultaneously holding them all at 140 would be much big accomplishment for them. Oh, it says not competitive at all. Lundy is winning every round. I wouldn't say that. All right, what else you guys saying? Jose wants to fight too much on the inside and gets him stopped. Jose wants to fight too much on the inside and gets him stopped. And Taylor is more likely strong enough for Crawford inside game. Yeah. Yeah. I'm more interested in the Porter fight, obviously Spence fight. And to be honest, I would even be more interested in Ortiz or in this fight. For Bud for right now. Even an Ugas fight, Well, I don't want to go that far because I would like to see the winner fight Bud, but I don't see the winner having a chance of being Bud. I don't see a lot of the guys having a chance of being Bud. I don't think even with all those names, anyone's gonna, even if Bud were to beat all those guys I just named, there's always gonna be something to complain about. Like if he fought Porter and won, they're gonna say that, well, Porter lost to Thurman, Brook, and Spence already. No one's gonna care. Spence beat Ugas, so they're like, oh, okay, it's good, but it's a good win, but it's nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Ugas is probably the least popular out of the group that I just stated. If he beats Virgil Ortiz, they're going to say Virgil Ortiz was too green. You know, if he beats Josh Taylor or Ramirez, they're going to say, well, neither one of them proved anything. Oh, wow. Lundy landed a nice straight left hand. And Zepeda is bleeding. Okay, this fight is definitely not going the way I expected it to go. He got a bad cut around on the side of his right side of his nose, right below his eye. Hank Lundy is looking more and more confident, man, as the fight goes on. And I'm surprised that he can still fight at his age and him kind of outworking Zepeda. Another left for Lundy. He's winning, I guess, right now. I mean, I've been talking to you guys. I haven't watched every punch thrown, but this is not going like I expected, man. Hank is looking good. We got 4 more rounds to go. All right. Zepeda's not letting his hands go. You know, for him to have be the younger guy and been looking more impressive recently, you would think that he'd be doing better. You know, he looks slow. I don't know what happened. You know, he started landing some nice body shots. I don't know what's going on now. You know, whatever they need to do, they need to work and adjust, because what they're doing right now is not working out for them. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you smash that like button, man. We got 4 more rounds to go in this fight. This will be the last fight before the main event. So don't go anywhere. We're getting really close to the main event. This is a tune-up gone wrong, possibly. Yeah, we'll see how this ends, man. We still got 4 more rounds, and I still feel the fight could be changed. But right now, Hank looks like he's in control. He's looking confident here. Andre has it a draw. I didn't score every round, so I don't want to throw a number out there, but Andre has a draw. I don't always agree with the unofficial scorecards on TV, but we'll see. Nice left to the body by Zepeda. Lundy shakes his head like it didn't hurt. Another left to the body by Zepeda. Starting to pick up the pace a little bit more. Jab to the body. Nothing from Hank so far. Another left hand from Hank. That left hand has been hitting his mark all fight long. He's been landing that fight all night long. Nice jab by Zepeda. Zepeda got out. At the bare minimum, you should be at least outworking Hank. You know, he's the older guy. You should be at least outworking him. And I think that's part of the problem here. Zepeda's not throwing enough. He got to outwork Hank. Oh, big left hand landed by Zepeda. Caught Hank good. The Hank is good. He didn't get hurt by it. Oh, another big shot landed by Zepeda. Definitely his round so far. We got 50 seconds left. So Zepeda's really stepped up the pace here in the 7th round. Nice little exchange between two. Zepeda got the better of him in that exchange. Got 30 seconds left in the 7th round. Oh, right hook lands for Zepeda. Tripped Lundy up a little bit. Another left hand lands for Zepeda. And he ends around with a body shot. Southpaw struggling with southpaws. LOL. Lenny looks like he's drinking 40 in between rounds. Great fight. Zepeda losing. Well, Zepeda definitely won that round for sure. Well, he needs to keep it going. He needs to keep it up. We are going into the 8th round right now. That's the first round I gave to Zepeda. Wow. All right, we're going into the 8th round. Oh, boy. All right. Not much action here. Zepeda's trying to come forward, but not much is getting thrown yet. Zepeda got to let his hands go for sure, though, at this point. Yeah, they're saying, I hear a little bit of the commentary, and they're basically saying Zepeda needs to step it up. He's waiting around, and nice jab landed, though. Zepeda's just stalking him right now. Body shot by Zepeda. Nice jab by Hank. Zepeda returns a jab to the body. Zepeda's going to have to be more aggressive than this. Like, this is ridiculous at this point. Another left to the body by Zepeda, but Hank still looks comfortable, but he's not, he's not, he hasn't done much since the 6th round, to be honest. Zepeda's definitely in control right now. Oh, nice right to the body and left hook over the top. But he has to keep the pressure going because he can't allow. I don't know how the judges are seeing it. I know a lot of you in the comments think Lundy is up, but Zepeda needs to keep it up because if Hank start getting off and getting confident again like he did earlier in this fight, Zepeda can't afford to keep giving rounds away. But Hank is starting to slow down. So I don't know if he can turn around. I don't know if he gave us his best rounds. He might have gave us his best rounds already. Nice combination by Zepeda. He needs to keep it going. See, when I'm like this, I'm as a paid around, but it's mainly due to inactivity from Hank. Like Zepeda landed some good shots here and there, but I still feel like he should be a lot more aggressive. I keep showing Tyson Fury. He should be more aggressive. What are they doing? What is Tyson Fury doing? I don't know what they should show Fury signing. Wasn't really paying attention. Oh, okay. He signed a contract for Deontay Wilder. All right, whatever. We know the fight is going down already. One thing I do look forward to though when it comes to Wilder and Tyson Fury is the face off and the press conference. I do kind of want to see how much shit talking that's gonna go on there. You know, I wonder what's gonna happen with Wilder because he's been kind of low on a low all year. So I wanted to see if Wilder is gonna still be talking that talk, or is he gonna be kind of more humble because of the outcome of the second fight? You know, I want to see what happens in the buildup of this third fight. Definitely interested in that. Cepeda's in control this round again, to me. And it's ninth round. Lundy responds with a left. Lundy looks tired now. Now he looks really tired. He lands a nice left hand though just now. What is Cepeda doing? Let's go. What are you doing? He's lucky Hank Lundy is older because if Hank was in his prime, or this wouldn't even be a competitive fighter. Like the way Jose looks. Jose, this is not the Jose that showed up to the Ramirez fight, or not even the Baranchek fight. This is not that same guy. You know, I think he's just having trouble with Hank's style and this Hank's counters. You know, nice, another nice left hand by Hank. Hank is stealing the round back, man. He's stealing the round back. Oh, nice body shot by Hank. Oh, Cepeda's giving another round away to the old man. Another jab landed by Hank. Hank's getting nice head movement by Hank. Made Cepeda miss like good 5 or 6 shots in a row. I don't know. Cepeda does not look good. Looks like he fell off a little bit. He doesn't look good in this fight at all. Maybe he just took Hank too lightly. I don't know. What's up, everyone that's joining up, man? What's good? What's good? Wave, some guys fight to the level of their competition. Absolutely. I say it all the time. Say it all of the time. Cepeda looks horrible. Yeah, he doesn't look good at all tonight. We're going into the last round here. I'm interested in seeing how the judges got it. I actually want Hank to win, too. I actually want him to win. You know, just because Cepeda just doesn't look good at all. Not impressive. Dre's unofficial scorecard got it. He has an 86-85 for Cepeda. Yeah, even in the final round here, I'm still waiting for Cepeda to open up. What is he doing? What is he waiting on? You know, Hank is more busier than him in this round. What is he doing? Weird night of boxing so far, man. Weird night, you know. We had the Elvis Rodriguez upset loss, and now it looks like Hank Cepeda's starting to open up a little bit more, but is it going to be enough? Oh, nice hand, nice left hand by Cepeda. Another one, but he needs more. He needs to do more. Yeah, Hank is tired. Hank is tired, but he's been holding his own. Another left hand by Cepeda. But a lot of these shots are not flush, and that's why Hank is not getting hurt. Because Hank is definitely turning these shots. I mean, they're still scoring, but they're not having much effect. He's turning a lot of these left hands. Yeah, Cepeda's doing a better work, though, right now. All right, we got 43 seconds left. Nice left hand by Lundy. Lundy lands 2 jabs. Another jab lands for Lundy. 25 seconds left on the clock. 20 seconds left. Hank starting open up a little bit more. Another, nice 1-2 by Cepeda. Very nice. Jab lands for Cepeda. Another jab lands by Cepeda. All right, fight's over. I don't know. Last round was pretty close. Last round was pretty close. I think Cepeda opened up better, closed it out better. Hank won on that middle in the middle of that round. I don't know, man. I see a lot of you guys got Hank up in this his fight, clearly. Cepeda hasn't looked right since the knockdown. Good point, man. Good point. Good point. Even though they didn't score that knockdown, I know what you're saying. Tyson Fury cheated. Trump borrowed a page from WBC. All right. All right. All right, we about to get into the main event, Undisputed. Let's go. These undercard fights weren't good, man. Not tonight. I say Sims looked impressive, though. Sims looked impressive in that last fight against Elvis Rodriguez. He looked impressive. He boxed really well. But the fights weren't, the fights itself weren't really good, you know. But I think this main event is going to make up for it. It should be starting to feel, man. We just waiting for the decision, and these guys should be coming out to the ring. What time is it right now? I said 9:30. It was 9:40. We had 2 fights go to decision, so we're a little bit behind. All right, let's hear the scorecards. I think mostly unanimous. 98-92. Unanimous. Y'all got that? 98-92 for Cepeda. You heard that? All 3 judges. Y'all heard that, right? 98-92, all three judges. Y'all heard that, right? I don't know if Hank won, but it wasn't no 90-92. They gave Hank Lundy 2 rounds, man. Oh, man. Wow. 98-92, all three judges. All three. Like, nah, Hank ain't do shit. Yeah. Oh, my God. Zepeda did not look good at all, man. Again, I'm not saying Hank won, but that Hank won more. Hank definitely won at least. I've seen him win at least 5 rounds. He won 5 rounds. That's crazy. All right, so they about to interview Fury, and we're waiting for these guys to come out. I want this fight to start. Man. If Taylor doesn't knock Ramirez out, Ramirez will win. Yeah, I did read a lot of comments of people saying that they think this is going to be a robbery if it goes into the decision. People are saying that Ramirez is going to win this fight if it goes to the decision in any kind of way. I guess people feel that way because Ramirez is, he's been with Tyrell, ESPN. It's fight is in America, So I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm hearing a lot of that. I seen an interview where I think they asked Josh if he's worried about it going to the decision and all of that stuff. I mean, it's just boxing and people get robbed on a regular basis. So I can see why people feel that way, but I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. And what everyone got, man, let me know in the comments. Who do you got for the fight coming up? You got Taylor, you got Ramirez, you got it by knockout decision. How do you see it? They interviewing Fury. Let's see what this guy says. All right, so I'm expecting Fury to come in heavy again. They asked him about AJ. All right, this guy's being in. Ask him the question, man. All right, I forgot. We are watching ESPN, so. All right. All right. I don't know. They're not saying anything because they're doing more talking than Tyson Fury. AJ Wilder, he just wants to fight. He's happy to be in a live gate in Vegas. Wasn't any thought of pain? He said he paid ass whooping. It was no thought. He never thought about paying Deontay Wilder this step aside money. He said he got everything of Deontay Wilder in his pocket. And now they're showing highlights of the second fight. So Fury gonna come in heavy again. Because when we thought he was gonna fight AJ, he was like starting to lighten up a little bit again. But I guess he's gonna come in heavy again. So they asked him who you want to beat up more right now, AJ or Wilder, and Fury says he wants to beat up Deontay Wilder more. He said, if I didn't talk boxing, I'd be dead because I'm the only character alive. So he's going to knock out Deontay Wilder cold, and then he's going to deal with the other guy, which is AJ. All right, you know what? We done with all this, man. Because we're talking about Undisputed, and I don't want to get too much into all of this stuff with Fury and Wilder. But I do want to see some of your comments here. Make sure anyone that's here, everyone that's here, smash that like button, man. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's get to 200. If you're here, you haven't hit that like button yet, smash that like button. Let's see what you guys think of the fight. You guys got winning. We got winning. We got Taylor split decision. Ramirez by KO. No idea how it goes. Rooting for Ramirez. The main event should be starting at any moment right now. We just kind of just waiting and see it and just waiting for it to start. These guys should be walking out pretty soon. All right. Taylor by unanimous decision. This should be a walk in the park for Taylor, Murphy says. I got Spence beating Pacquiao by decision. Dizzy Sound, thank you for the donation. Dizzy Sound says Hank won. I don't know how people can bet on boxing fights. Straight robbery scam. Well, I don't know how. I mean, I know how people bet on fights, but I don't bet on fights. I just don't. Because I mean, even if you don't think Hank won the fight, 98-92 by all three judges is a little ridiculous, man. You're basically saying Hank only won 2 rounds. I don't see Hank winning just 2 rounds, It's just, I think that's a little too, that's too far. That's too far, Wilder by KO. Let's do a roll call. Where everybody from? Where's everybody from? Everybody that's here tonight, where's everybody from? Where are you watching the fight from? As we wait, and these guys should be walking out any minute now. Where are you guys from? Let me know in the comments. We got VA in the building. Scotland in the building, Detroit in the building, San Diego in the building, Scotland, Young Hollywood, Harlem's in the building, Texas, Chicago, Phoenix, Mexico, Toronto, Long Beach, India, Dallas, Maryland, Ireland, Virginia Beach. We got a lot of Scotland people here. Scotland is definitely in the building supporting. Brazil. Norway. Philippines is in the building. California. Georgia. Cleveland. Virgin Islands. LA. I'm actually going to LA in a few weeks. Austin, Texas is in the building. Nigeria, New Jersey, Idaho, Thailand, Namek. It's funny. Don't go to LA, go to Scotland. I hope I can make it to Scotland at some point in my life. Strong Jersey. Coolican. Philly. I'm going to LA. Going to LA. I would love to go to Scotland one day. All right. It's dope. The women are beautiful in Scotland. I'm sure they are. Pray for India and Brazil. If I visit Scotland, visit Oban. It's the best place. I actually like Oban to drink. It's very good scotch. Oban's a good scotch. Craig Hutchison, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Mexico in the building. Coming to LA, you have to check in first, bro. Brownsville in the building. All right. Bucket list is Italy. Yeah, Italy is in my top 5 of places that I want to go to. Texas is in the building. Why didn't they promote this fight way more? You know, to be honest, man, just look at what happened this week. Even if they promoted it more, people wouldn't have been talking about it enough, you know? They would have been talking about Fury and Joshua still over this. They would have been talking about Pacquiao and Spence over this. Yes, they should have promoted it more. But you had Canelo and all of that went down. You had Floyd. Just look at the last 3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. You had Canelo, Saunders. That took up a lot of the attention. Then you have Floyd Mayweather and that Jake Paul, Logan Paul thing. Everybody was talking about that for a few days, for that week. And then now you have Fury and Joshua and Wilder, and you got Spence and Pacquiao. People wouldn't have been talking about the fight. You know, it's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is, man. Now, I haven't been there yet, man. I would like to go, but I haven't been there yet. You know, Munich, Germany and Barcelona, Spain. Yeah, I definitely want to go to Munich, Germany for real. I think Taylor's gonna win a decision, man. I think Taylor's gonna win this fight. You know, I just hope, you know, regardless of the outcome, because I don't have a preference of who I think, you know, I'm rooting for. Like, I like both fighters. You know, so whoever wins is not gonna really hurt me in any kind of way. I just hope the judges do the right thing. You know, whoever wins, I hope they don't have no ridiculous scorecards. You know. That's all I'm really at this point. That's the way I see it. Like, whoever wins, just don't have no crazy, ridiculous scorecard at the end. You know, that's how I feel about that. What's up, Edwin? NBA playoffs is starting on ESPN. I like your stream better than Showbiz and Ego. I've been catching your last 3 fight streams. You know your stuff. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Those two have a heavy following on Saturday nights, man. They got huge followings. You know, Showbiz, especially Showbiz, he came out swinging. You know, Ego's been around for years. But thank you. Appreciate it. Bro, Taylor gonna lose. Have you seen his last few fights? He struggled a little bit. Really? I don't know. I don't know about that. You just gotta wait and see. I respect Ben Davison. You know, I think he's a good coach. Um, but you know, I think he's a young coach and he's still got ways to go. Let me just say that. Dizzy Sound, thank you for the donation. Is Pac the greatest if he wins against Spence? Well, this is the thing. Pac, and I know I brought that up yesterday. Where do we rank him? You can already make a debate that he's the greatest, or definitely he's in the top tier of all boxers of any era. Is if he is to beat Spence though, it's a very strong case that he may be, you know, up there, the very best. It again is it's a lot of eras, it's a lot of fighters. They're showing Josh Taylor now, he's coming into the ring. I don't know. In my lifetime, I'd probably say in my lifetime he's number one. I mean, I've been watching since the late 80s. I can remember a little bit about the late 80s of watching boxing with my dad. And from what I've seen out of all the years I've been watching it, I would say Pacquiao. I would probably even say, over Floyd. I mean, that's just more impressive. Floyd done some impressive things. His talent and skill wise, I think Floyd is the best that I ever seen live, like as far as skill. But Pacquiao's accomplishments is crazy, especially if he is to win again. Like he beat Keith Thurman. Him beating Keith Thurman is crazy. But he beating Spence too, like Spence in his prime, undefeated. That's a good win. All right, so both fighters are in the ring right now. We're just waiting for this fight to start. They're both in there, guys. So if you're here, stick around. Don't go anywhere. Undisputed. They said this is going to be the 6th undisputed fight with since the 4 title era. All right, so since the WBO, which is the last title to come in as a major. I like this arena they're in. Where are these guys at? Are they in Vegas? I think they are in Vegas, right? So like nice little arena. No franchise. Yeah. Oh, we get no more franchise titles, man. I hope that's the end of that, man. I hope no more fighters. It just makes things complicated, man. No more franchise titles, man. No more titles, period. We already have more than enough titles. What do I think of Ramirez? Wait. I've read a lot of comments. People have been saying that Ramirez didn't look great at the weigh-in. I seen it. He's probably this has probably got to be his last fighting at the weight. He didn't look great against Postal neither. So, maybe it's time. Maybe he is just a little bit drained. We'll see. We'll see. Listen, I hope he's ready tonight, man. That's all I'm saying. The old Hard Rock. Okay. That's where the fight is starting now. They haven't, the first round hasn't started yet. They're doing the announcement still. They're about to touch gloves in a minute. Uh-oh. They pumping this. Well, the crowd is definitely there for Ramirez. Ramirez got all the support, but Ramirez is definitely getting more support there. All right, let's go. Let's go. They about to touch gloves. Let's go. I got Josh, man. I got Josh winning, man. Might affect the judges. Hope not, man. We'll see, man. Here we go. The fight starting right now. If you're just joining us, stay for a while. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock on the dot. All right, they touch gloves. Let's go. Round one, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ramirez looked ready, man. He looks ready. Looks ready, man. They both look ready. They look like they both hydrated, you know. They look good. Let's go. So Ramirez stepping out, a lot of head movement. He's already started the jab. All right, he's feinting already. Taylor's in that southpaw stance, just waiting. Taylor shoots the left hand, steps around him. Both in the center of the ring right now. Ramirez usually starts a little bit slow, but we'll see where it goes. All right, tied up a little bit. Both trying to get comfy in there right now. Nothing landed yet. We a minute in the first round. Nothing has landed clean yet. Jose Ramirez steps in with a right hand. Josh ducks under it, steps around him. Josh lands a body shot. Josh lands a jab. Josh shoots a jab, steps in with an uppercut. Ramirez comes in with a left hook to the body. Ramirez throws a combination, gets Josh to the ropes, lands a shot in there. Josh steps around him, fights back in the center of the ring. Nice straight left hand by Josh Taylor. Left a little red mark on Ramirez's right toe. Watch the headbutts, y'all. They already getting it, you know. Watch the headbutts. Jab, nice jabs landed by Ramirez. A lot of wrestling in this round. You could feel the tension, though, man. Very intense fight right now. The crowd's really into it. Nice body shot by Taylor. Nice jab by Ramirez. Ramirez trying to inch in closer. Oh. All right, round one is done. I like Josh a little bit more in the first round. I thought he landed a little bit more in that round, but a good feeling out round for me. I have it 1-0 for Taylor. What do you guys got? Tie. I see Wilder says a tie. Ramirez is bringing the pressure. What do you guys see? Not much action, but they both got off a little bit. Josh landed some good straight lefts to the body. Yeah, very close first round. You got a few people saying tie. Okay. We got a Ramirez in there. Mike Robb says Ramirez. All right, round 2, y'all. Round 2. Smash that like button, man. If you haven't already, let's go. So, all right, back in the center of the ring. Ramirez is just using that head movements left to right, left to right. He tried to step in, didn't get anything off. Josh steps in, lands a left hand in there. He shoots another left hand, but it's blocked. All right, Josh is being a little bit aggressive this round so far, but being very cautious too. Ramirez is just waiting. He's just stalking, but he's not really throwing anything yet so far this round. Taylor lands another straight left. Taylor's starting to move now. Ramirez is getting in, came in through a combination while Taylor was at the corner, but nothing clean really landed there in that exchange. Taylor's trying to stay out of range here, leaving that left hand, that right hand out. Another left to the body by Taylor, and now they're both tied up again. Ramirez is complaining to the ref because Taylor keeps punching while we're tied up, and the ref is right when the ref is breaking them up. Josh shoots a straight left, but it's off the mark there. The thing is, Ramirez is going to have to work on the inside too. When they tied up, he's going to have to do that work on the inside. I know Josh is holding and punching, but I wish the ref keeps jumping in and breaking them up. Like, these guys got to fight out of the clinch a little bit. Like, I want him to let them fight a little bit. All right. But so far, nothing really from Ramirez. Josh is definitely the aggressor this round so far. He's landed some straight lefts. He's landed some more jabs. He's giving Ramirez some problems this round. He's not letting him get his offense off. He's definitely tying up whenever Ramirez gets in close. See, when Ramirez get close, he's going to start punching. Yeah. Punch out of the holds. Yeah, he's starting to, now he's working his jab. Now Ramirez is starting to get off a little bit. All right, another left to the body by Ramirez. Now he's starting to get it off a little bit. Oh, Josh returns a left to the body. Now they exchange. Ramirez lands a nice 1-2. Okay, now they're starting to let their hands go a little bit. Josh keeps holding. Josh is the one that's holding. He gets out of the hole, lands a left hand, lands 2 jabs at the end of the round for Josh. Josh won the round. Ramirez only had that good moment in the exchanges, and that last, like, when it was like around a minute left in the fight in a round. But Josh controlled the round to me. Josh got that. But Taylor's holding. Taylor is. I'm actually really surprised because Taylor's not. Like, I wasn't expecting him to fight like this. He seems to be really. I don't know. Whenever Ramirez, he gets out of the clinches and start punching on his way out too. It's not really effective, but it's kind of neutralizing Ramirez a little bit. I think, at least I think. See, Ramirez is going to have to work because Josh is making this tough for him. He's doing the holding, the leaning. Josh is taking that route. Like, he's taking a page out of Klitschko right here with the punching and a holding. So now Ramirez is starting to use his jab more. He steps in. He's working the body a little bit. Josh holds him, and Josh is trying to hold him and punch on the inside right now. The ref gotta let them fight, though. Nice jab by Josh. Oh, nice right hand to the body and left up top by Ramirez. Backs Jocks up a little bit. Josh's eye is a little reddish. Now Ramirez is doing work, going to the body. Backs. Oh, he's hurting Josh a little bit. Oh, he's landing a good flurry. He landed a good. Ramirez landed a good 5 or 6 shots just now to the body and up top. Think he hurt Josh a little bit there. Definitely the best moment of this fight so far between the two. Now Josh is just tying up. He's holding on to Ramirez. Now Josh is starting to trade now and exchange. Now Josh is getting off on the inside, landing some short shots on the inside. Oh, straight left lands for Taylor. All right, so Taylor's starting to come back a little bit here. I don't think he has Ramirez as hurt as he was, but see, Josh keeps leaning in, and see, the thing is, Josh is smothering his own punches too when he does this. He has to create some space. Now Ramirez is back in. One of those shots were low. Ramirez is coming in, throwing uppercuts to the body, and Josh is trying to hold on to him, but Ramirez is trying to push him off him and throw more. Now Ramirez is running on him. He's on his ass right now. Now they're back in the center of the ring. 30 seconds left in the third round. Best round in the fight so far from both. Oh, nice 1-2 by Ramirez. And Josh holds on to him again. Ramirez is trying to get out. He is trying to fight Josh. Josh doesn't want to fight. Oh, he has Josh on the ropes. Josh look hurt for a little bit. Damn. Ramirez is destroying him right now. We're in the third round, y'all. Big round for Ramirez. Big round. Josh does not want to fight. He is tying up. He is trying to hold on for dear life. And round 3, big round for Ramirez, man. Damn. Damn. Yeah, Ramirez, all Ramirez. Big round for Ramirez. Big round. Wow. Yeah, Taylor. Not a good look for Taylor, man. The holding, the first 2 rounds he got away with it, but Ramirez started to open up, become more aggressive. He's just fighting out of those holds. Josh is going to have to fight. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you right now, that punching and holding, it's not going to be able to last. Ramirez showed that in that last round. It's not going to last. He's not going to win the fight fighting that way. He's going to have to fight, man. He's going to have to move. This is not what I expected. This is not the Josh Taylor that I thought was going to come to win this fight. All right? If he's going to fight, if he's going to stay and keep it, stay on the outside, he's going to have to do more on the outside, and he's going to have to use his legs. He's not doing that right now. All right? He's fighting scared, and he's holding a lot, and he's actually lunging in the hold as well. He's not going to win the rounds like that. Big round for Ramirez. We're in the 4th round, and not yet in the 2nd round. Taylor's leaving that lead hand out, shoots a left hand, but misses. Ramirez is just waiting right now. Ramirez is waiting. He's not really doing anything right now. Josh shoots 2 looping left hands. One of them land. All right, Josh sneaks the uppercut in there. Ramirez responds with a combination of his own, but they both smothering each other's punches right now. Nothing really clean land yet. So now Ramirez is back on the attack, and he's pushing forward. The pressure is coming. Nice left hook to the body lands for Ramirez. Josh Taylor sneaks an uppercut in there, but Ramirez is getting better on the inside. He's getting the better of the two. Oh, nice straight right hand lands for Ramirez. Taylor's starting to swell up a little bit already. All right. Remember that eye that was closed against Prograis. Taylor doesn't look comfortable. We got a lot of time left. We only in the 4th round, but Taylor so far does not look comfortable in there. Oh, right hand by Taylor spins Ramirez around. Ramirez is complaining, got hit in the back of the head. Now they're exchanging. Ramirez. All right, the ref jumped in. They were trading, but Josh Taylor was definitely getting the better of the two at that moment. The ref jumped in and told him not to push him down, and now they're tied up again. Good fight so far. All right, Taylor, nice right to the body. Another left to the body by Taylor. Another left to the body by Taylor. Okay, Taylor's bringing this. He's trying to steal this round. Now, Ramirez got him against the ropes, and he's going off on him. And Taylor's trying to hold him right now. Oh, Ramirez is coming back. He's coming back. Damn, Josh Taylor was looking like he was going to turn the fight around, but now Ramirez is back on him. 10 seconds left. Boo, big left hand landed by Taylor. Oh, this is a fight. Oh, another big left hand by Taylor. Whoa. Whoa, that was a big, that was a good round, man. I don't know, man. That round was, I might have to get that one to Taylor, man, because Taylor got off, and then Ramirez got off, and then Taylor got off again. I think Ramirez, I don't know. That's a hard round to call. Maybe not. That's a tough round. They both was getting off that round. They both got off. Ramirez was starting off. No, he started off slow, but then he started putting the pressure on. Then Josh came back. Then Ramirez came back, and then Josh closed the last few punches in that round. I don't know. That was a close round. I'm probably just gonna give it a tie, man. That was a close round. The 4th round was close. (3-1) Taylor, 2-2. These boys are dumping out here. Yeah, it's starting to get off now. Taylor's going to have to fight, man. All this holding stuff's not going to work. He's got to let his hands go. All right, so now we're in the 5th round. You're just joining us. Hit that smash button. Smash that like button. Don't hit that smash button. Smash that like button. We are in the 5th round, the beginning of the 5th round. Very debatable fight. Could be 2-2. It could be 3-1. But very debatable fight. I got the first 2 rounds for Taylor, 3rd round for Ramirez, and I'm scoring the 4th round a draw. Gonna have to watch that round again. Andre Ward officially has it for 3-1 for Ramirez. So Josh Taylor is bleeding. I believe he's bleeding out the left eye right now. 1 minute into the 5th round. Still nothing big landed clean, but Ramirez is definitely being the aggressor of the two. Nice jab by Taylor. Right hand lands for Ramirez. They got to watch out for headbutts too, man. Nice body shot in there by Ramirez. He snuck a nice little right hand to the body as Josh was stepping in. Ramirez seemed to be in control, though, man. I mean, regardless of if you think Josh is winning, nice left hand by Josh Taylor. They both exchange, tied up. All right, Ramirez is coming in, working the body. Yeah, he's working the body. He is working Josh's body bad. Now they're phone boofing, but Taylor still want to hold a little bit. He doesn't want to be too direct with Ramirez when they're on the inside. Oh, he steps in and lands a big left hand against Ramirez. Taylor needs to do more, though. I thought Taylor was going to be boxing on the outside and keeping the distance. We're not seeing much of that here. Taylor lands a left hand. Nice right hand landed by Taylor. Good round. Good round. I'm giving that one to Taylor. I'm getting that one to Taylor, man. I like Ramirez in that body shot and that moment with those body shots, but outside of that, that's all we got from Ramirez. Straight lefts by Taylor. Yeah, we got a lot of straight lefts. Ramirez is going to TKO Taylor by the 10th. Yeah, I gave Taylor that round. Ramirez had his moment with the body shots, but that's all we got from him that round. I just feel right now, and I have Taylor up, but I feel like Ramirez is still in control because I feel like he hurts. His shots that land hurts Taylor more. You know, and Taylor appears to be taking a lot more damage. You know, he has a lot of swelling on his face. He's bleeding. He's cut on his left eye. He's still boxing well. He's doing well, but spoke too soon. Taylor caught him stepping in, lands a big left hand. Ramirez goes down. He is hurt. He's back up. He's up. He's up, though. He's up. But it was a big left hand. Rocked him right in the beginning of the 6th round. First punch thrown. All right, so we back up. Man, the ref giving Ramirez a lot of time. All right, so this happened. I spoke too soon. As soon as I said that shit, how many times does that happen on this channel? Every time I say one fighter's doing something, the other fighter knocks him down. Now they train, but Ramirez is no. Now they training blows. Ramirez is coming back at him. All right, this is a fight, y'all. This is a fight. But Josh Taylor just hurt Ramirez bad and dropped him. We got a knockdown in there, right? Taylor caught him. But Ramirez is back in it. All right. 6th round, y'all. 6th round. Smash that like button right now. Let's go. Let's see what happens. All right. No action happening right now. I think they're both like just staring at each other like, yo, what's next? Taylor's not going for the kill. And Ramirez is still. Oh, he caught Taylor with a right hand. Ever since the knockdown, Ramirez came back. I think Ramirez pissed off he got dropped. But Taylor's fighting. He's holding his ground. He sneaks in a little right hand, sneaks an uppercut in there. They phone boofing a little bit. The problem is Taylor, when they phone boofing, he got to create a little space in there, man, to get those shots off. Because he's smothering his own punches a lot. So Ramirez is back on the pressure. They tied up. We got a minute left in the 6th round with a knockdown early in the round by Josh Taylor. By the way, Ramirez is fine right now. All right. He got dropped, but he's fine. Oh, another big left hand lands by Taylor. Straight left. Wow. Big round for Taylor, man. He looks sharp this round. He's been catching Ramirez a lot with that straight left hand. Now they're fighting back on the phone booth, trading. Both going to the body. 20 seconds left in the 6th round. All Taylor this round. Damn, this fight just changed. Oh, another left hand by Taylor. Backs up Ramirez. Ramirez ties up. All right, the ref keeps telling them to break. The ref got to let him fight, man. The problem I have with the ref, and I said this earlier in the fight, the ref keeps stepping in, and they won't let him. He's not letting them fight out of the clinch. You know what I'm saying? When they're tied up, you got to give them some time to fight out of it. He's stepping in too quickly. You got to let these guys fight. This is a fight. It was a nice counter left hand that dropped Ramirez. Ramirez went down hard, but he got up quick, and he recovered pretty well. But it was a good counter left hand. Very clean. Dropped him. Ramirez did not see it coming, man. Yeah, Bayless is ruining the fight for me. I mean, it could be a better fight if he let these guys just fight out of the holds. Don't jump in and step in, because Taylor is trying to do some work while they are tied up, and it looks like he keeps punching when he's telling him not to punch. But you got to let the boys fight. All right, so we're in the 7th round now. We're in the 7th round. Nice straight right to the body by Ramirez. All right. Taylor lands a straight left to the body. Ramirez responds with a hook up top. Yeah, I think Ramirez is being a little cautious now when he steps in. That's what's happening right now. Ramirez is he's a little tentative now because of what happened the last round. And Taylor is trying to set up that left hand again. You can tell he's trying to time Ramirez as he stepped in. He shoots another left hand and lands one up top. But Ramirez is being cautious, and it's taken away of him being. He has to, for Ramirez to win this fight, he has to apply pressure. If there's no pressure, there's no fight from him. He's being, you know, the thing is, Ramirez he doesn't really move his head. So Taylor's just waiting for him to step in. Caught him with an uppercut as Ramirez stepped in. They tied up, and the ref breaks him back up. Oh, right hand and another left to the body by Taylor. Not a good round for Ramirez so far, this 7th round. All right, Ramirez steps in, gets a hook to the body, lands. Nice jab landed by Taylor. Taylor's starting to look a little bit more confident now. He looks very confident now. Now he's in control. He's been in control since the knockdown. Taylor's moving. He's using the ring. Another stepped in and timed the left to the body by Taylor. 40 seconds left in the 7th round, y'all. Ramirez lands a hook to the body. Doesn't look strong right now. I think he still might be. Oh, whoa. Taylor lands an uppercut. Drops Ramirez hard. Ramirez hurt. He's having trouble getting up. I don't know if he's going to make it. All right, he's up. He's up, but he's backing up. He's not all the way there. Oh, no, he's not. He's not good. Nah. They might. Bayless is giving time. Taylor's trying to get in. Oh, Ramirez is still hurt, man. Oh, he might be saved by the clock. He might be saved by the bell. Oh. Round done. Ramirez barely survives. Barely survives, man. Barely. Damn, man. Doesn't look good for Ramirez, man. I think it might be done, man. He hasn't looked good since the 6th round. Doesn't look good, man. I thought he was good, fully recovered, but this round, he didn't look good. He was very tentative, didn't want to step in, didn't want to be aggressive. Josh timed him again, and he got knocked out or knocked back hard with that uppercut. All right, they're showing a replay now. Okay, yeah. No, he didn't time him. They was tied up. And I've been saying that Taylor needed to create some space. He pushed off, landed the uppercut, and Ramirez went down straight on his back. All right, now we in the 8th round, y'all. We're in the 8th round. 2 knockdowns by Taylor so far. Taylor has been dominant now. Ramirez doesn't look strong in there right now. Taylor's still fighting cautiously, though. Taylor's still fighting cautiously. What is Bayless doing? Kenny Bayless he's just killing a fight for me right now. Let these dudes fight. Ramirez is doing a lot of complaining too, though, mind you. Another straight to the body. Josh is all over him, smothering him. Now Ramirez is the one that's holding. His legs are gone, man. His legs don't look good. Taylor's trying to get him out of there. He has Ramirez on the ropes. Ramirez is still hurt. Bayless must really want Ramirez to win because he is helping him out as much as he can right now. Ramirez's back is against the ropes. Taylor's smothering him, but he keeps holding on tight. Taylor cannot get off right now, but he's trying to get off. Now they back in the phone booth. Hook lands by Taylor. Oh, what's going on? Ramirez's legs are gone still, y'all. They're not there. They don't look steady. And his punches don't have no more sting to him. But Taylor is still fighting cautiously. He's definitely the aggressor, but he's fighting cautiously. Another left hand to the body lands for Taylor. Ramirez just keeps holding on. He's tied up. Oh, he lands a combination though. Left hook to the up top. But Taylor's the one that's pushing the fight right now. He's giving Ramirez too much time. He lands another straight left up top, and Ramirez holds, and Bayless is separating them again. Oh, and Josh steps in, lands another uppercut. I think the referee is getting closer and closer to stopping it. I think Bayless is just, I don't know what he's doing, but he's too involved in the fight. Another uppercut lands for Taylor. Oh, Ramirez lands two. And one to the body. And the hook to the body. All right, so Ramirez got off a little bit right there. 20 seconds left in the 8th round. Oh, another one. Another uppercut. And a hook to the body by Taylor. Ramirez is fighting back, though, and lands a combination himself. Nice little exchange at the end of the 8th round. And there you have it. There you have it. Yo, we got to fight, man. We got to fight. Smash that like button. We just finished the 8th round. If you're just tuning in, smash that like button. Just finished up on the 8th round. Taylor is in full control of this fight. Full control. Had Ramirez hurt, down twice. But Ramirez is still in there. He's still surviving. He's been tying up. But he just isn't the aggressor he needs to be so far. He had success earlier in this fight, but it's been all Taylor the last 3 rounds. Yeah, Taylor won that round too. The fight was very debatable the first 4 or 5 rounds, but it's been all Taylor since then. And not even close. All right, so now we're in the 9th round. Ramirez starting to look like he's recovering a little bit. He's bouncing a little bit. His legs look better. So let's see what happens. But Taylor's still the one coming forward now. He wasn't coming forward earlier in this fight, but now he's being the aggressor. He's trying to get back into an exchange with Ramirez here. Ramirez just doesn't look strong. He still hasn't fully recovered. I thought he did, but he still looks hurt. All right, nothing's happening. I'm quiet because they're both in the center of the ring just staring at each other. Josh is still fighting very cautiously. I think Josh needs to go and push the pace a little bit more because Ramirez is clearly not fully recovered and he's not being aggressive. And Ramirez, in order for him to get off and win fights, he needs to be aggressive. If he's not that, if he's weakened, Josh needs to take over. Josh is just being too cautious right now. What are you waiting for? He wants to counter Ramirez. Ramirez landed a couple jabs just now. Taylor steps in, lands a left to the body, but Ramirez responds and lands a combination. Taylor lands a couple of lefts to the body. He lands another left up top, but he doesn't follow it up with anything. I don't know. I don't know if Taylor's just trying to take it easy. Maybe he punched himself out a little bit in those rounds that he was winning. But I would expect him to be a little bit more aggressive right now, especially that Ramirez just doesn't have that pop anymore. All right, we got 40 seconds left into the ninth round. Left in this ninth round. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Uppercut lands for Josh Taylor. 20 seconds left in the ninth round. Ramirez digging to the body a little bit. Nice right hand by Ramirez. Ramirez is going back at him. Ramirez is tough round to score. I think Ramirez might have came back that round. Taylor didn't do much, but I still feel Taylor's still in control here. I think Taylor just took the round off. Ramirez finished strong, though. Could give it to Ramirez that round. Taylor left him off the hook here. Yeah, I think he took the round off. Yeah, Ramirez, the thing with Ramirez is, he's not a counterpuncher. He's not an outboxer. He's not a pot shotter. If he's not being aggressive, if he's not bringing the pressure, he's really not that good. And that's what we're getting right now. That could have been a Ramirez round because Taylor did take the round off. But Taylor still did land some good shots in there too. So see what happens. We're in the 10th round now. Ramirez is doing a lot of complaining. I'm not going to lie. He is complaining. Josh is leaning on him, though, and pushing his head down a little bit. But Josh still looks pretty fresh here. Let's see what Ramirez is going to do now. We got 3 rounds to go. He really, really needs to push forward if he expects to win this fight. Josh Taylor lands another clean left up top. So Josh is using the ring now a little bit. All right. Yeah, Ramirez steps in. Try to go to the body a little bit, but Taylor held on to him. We're about halfway through the 10th round. Not much action so far, but Taylor's definitely still in control here. Haven't seen much from Ramirez. Another straight left from Taylor lands. He's just outscoring Ramirez at this point. Ramirez doesn't look strong here. Oh, nice. Ramirez lands a few jabs. Ramirez is tired, man. Oh, big left hand by Taylor again. I think he hurt Ramirez with that. He might have hurt him with that shot. Oh, uppercut lands for Taylor. But Ramirez is still holding his own, and he's still standing. 40 seconds left in the 10th round. Left to the body by Taylor, right up top. See, Taylor looks like, right hook on the inside. Ramirez looks a little unbalanced again. He might be hurting again, man. I think Josh Taylor's slowly trying to get him out of there. 20 seconds left in the 10th round. Ref got in the way there. Ramirez responds with a combination. Ramirez is trying to steal. Oh, whoa. He gets caught with a big left hand by Taylor. All Taylor this round. Ramirez is trying to finish strong and steal a round, but not enough. Big round for Taylor, man. Another big round. All right. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. I have it up big for Taylor. You know, if you guys just coming in, you know, I can't. Well, we go to the 11th round. I really can't give Ramirez no more than 3 rounds here. I can't see it being no more than 3 rounds for Ramirez. It's been Ramirez for a while, you know. I think before the 6th round, it was anybody's fight. Since then, it's been all Taylor, man. I can't see Ramirez having more than 3. Plus, Taylor got 2 knockdowns. As far as injuries, Ramirez face a little swollen, his eyes swollen. So now we're in the 11th round here. Nice jab by Ramirez. See what he does. It's 2 rounds left. Another jab by Ramirez. Crowd cheer any shot land by Ramirez there. You could definitely, he definitely has a crowd here. But Ramirez starting to try to put the pressure on Josh a little bit. We know what Josh is doing. He's trying to time that straight left hand, trying to catch Ramirez stepping in with a big shot. And Ramirez is just hesitant, man. And that's part of the problem here. Ever since he got knocked down, he's been very, very hesitant coming in and being aggressive. He doesn't want to get clipped. Good fight, though, man. Very good fight. Oh, another straight hand lands for Josh Taylor. Josh lands another one. He steps in, lands it, and holds. Ramirez wasn't even able to respond or anything. See, Josh wants to catch him stepping in. That's what Josh want to get him on that sweet spot. He wants to catch Ramirez with an uppercut as he comes in. That's that shot. That's that money shot right there. All right. We got just a little over a minute left here in this 11th round. It's been Taylor this round still. Ramirez is trying to get a little aggressive now. But another left hand lands for Taylor. Ramirez needs a knockdown or knockout in order to win this, in my opinion. Oh, whoa. Ramirez coming in. Now Ramirez is being aggressive. Josh forced to hold on. But he gets to sneaks an uppercut in there. Ramirez is all over him right now in this round. Or the end of this round. Taylor might be a little bit tired because I notice he keeps looking up at the clock. I seen him do that like 2 or 3 times this round. Oh, nice shot. Nice hook lands for Ramirez. Taylor's holding on to him, talking to him. Ramirez is finished. I think Ramirez just won this round. He's showing a lot of heart, good heart. Good, strong comeback round for Ramirez. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he does need a knockout to win. But good way to finish that 11th round. Josh Nina gets on his bike. How much money is the Wire going to lose on this fight? Oh, damn. The Wire picked Ramirez. That was another round for Ramirez. I have to give that round to Ramirez. Well, I'm giving Ramirez the 9th and 11th. So I think it was the 9th round, the round that Taylor took off. I think I gave that round to Ramirez, and I'm giving the 11th round to Ramirez too. So if you include, like, I think the 2 rounds I gave to him earlier, it's still not going to be enough with the knockdowns. I mean, I don't know how the judges are seeing it. I'm sure they probably gave Ramirez more rounds than I did. But those 2 knockdowns hurts Ramirez. All right, so we're in the final round here, and Josh is looking to counter. He lands an uppercut to the left as Ramirez coming in, but Ramirez looks really aggressive. He's looking into it. He's bouncing. He's looking to get in and fight, just waiting for him to do it. Josh is trying to time him stepping in again. He's just trying to counter him. What is Josh going to do? Is he going to fight? Is he going to brawl it out? Is he going to try to stop him? Or is he going to just play it safe? Looks like he's playing it safe to me. Ramirez is being very aggressive here now. Josh is forced to hold again. Think Josh needs to fight, man. Just to play, just to be safe. You never know. Oh, nice left hand lands by Taylor. Another exchange. Little combination lands for Ramirez. Josh steps in, lands a jab, tied up again. Like I said, Bayless is just a little too involved in this fight. Nothing happening right now. Ramirez is trying to inch his way in. Ramirez is trying to close the gap. He's just coming in, swinging, being aggressive. Lands a left hook to the body, though. Taylor's taking a round off. I think Taylor feels like he's too much ahead to be really. He's playing it safe. He lands an uppercut to the body. Good left hand lands for Ramirez. Caught Taylor off balance. Almost knocked him down. So far, I got to give the round to Ramirez, though. Taylor get caught looking at the clock again. All right, 15 seconds left in the fight. 10 seconds left. Oh, Ramirez is all over him. Taylor's laughing. Just ducking and weaving and moving. Fight's done. They both have their arms up. I don't know, man. What's your score? I think Taylor still did enough to win, to me. So I gave Taylor the first 2. I gave Ramirez the 3rd. I think the 4 was a draw for me. I think I gave Taylor the 5th, 6th, the 7th. Yeah, Taylor won that. Taylor won that to me. We're waiting for the scorecards. Ramirez won 9, 11, and 12 to me, though. But even if you give Ramirez 6 rounds, even if you were to give Ramirez 6 rounds or 7 rounds, he would still lose on points because of those knockdowns. You feel me? Even if you gave Ramirez 6 rounds, he still loses because of those knockdowns. So I'm giving it to Taylor, man. I don't think Ramirez can win, even if you're giving him the majority of those close rounds or all of the close rounds. I don't think he did enough. Those 2 knockdowns should secure the win. Yeah, the fight wasn't as good as I wanted it to be honest. A little disappointed. I think Kenny Bayless, they're bracing each other now. They're showing a lot of love, you know. I think Josh Taylor's telling him, like, I was just trying to get in your head. I seen him going like this. I think he's just, you know, being respectful and stuff. That's good though. I like to see that, man. All right, let's see what you just say. Here we go. We got a new undisputed champion. Let's go. I don't think there's any way Ramirez won that fight. And I don't even think it's a draw neither. Clear Taylor win for me. Under 114, 112. Unanimous. Ramirez looked like defeated. Josh Taylor. All right. So if they scored at 114, 112, that pretty much means they had 6 rounds for Ramirez. They had to at least, they gave him 6 rounds. The 2 extra points is from them knockdowns. So if there were no knockdowns, according to that scorecard, would have been a draw. Would have been a draw. So we have a new undisputed champion. And yeah, man. Oh, wait. Are they not even going to let this guy talk? Oh, wow. They turning it off, guys. That's why I told you about ESPN. Yo, ESPN went straight to the NBA game. Yo, they turned it off. They do not care about boxing. Oh, man. Taylor won from me, clearly. You know, at the end of the day, no matter which way they scored it, anything other than a win for Taylor would have been a robbery for me because those 2 knockdowns secured a win. Again, even if you give Taylor 6 rounds, Ramirez 6 rounds, he still loses the fight because of the 2 knockdowns. All right. We'll talk more tomorrow, man, about like what happens next. I wanted to hear interview. That win, fight with Bud is a good fight, but that's not the win that makes me think he can beat Bud. It's a good fight, but that's not the win that's going to do it. You know, I don't think he's better than Terrence Crawford before this fight here. All right. The fight was a little bit underwhelming though, because of the tying up and because of the referee. You know, Kenny Bayless was a little too involved in the fight. And the tying up and the clinching and the holding and pushing down and leaning, it was just too much of it, you know. So we didn't get the action, but I understand from Josh's standpoint, for Josh, it's all strategy. You know, he was working with Tyson Fury. You know, Tyson Fury is great at doing that. He is trying to suck the air out of the fight because Ramirez is the aggressor. He wants to come throw. He's the bull of the 2. So I get exactly what he was trying to do. It worked out for him. But, you know, it wasn't really an action-packed fight. It wasn't an act fight that I wanted it to be. But I like Teofimo's chances. Like, if that fight were to happen, I like the Teofimo Lopez Josh Taylor fight. But it doesn't make any sense for Taylor again. You know, I said that before. you know, unless the money is so good that he can't deny it. It doesn't make sense for him as far as he has nothing to win out of that outside of what he already won. He is undisputed. He's undisputed at this point. So with that being said, if he's undisputed, Tio has much to gain because he could be undisputed in 2 divisions. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do? He's probably going to go up to fight Terrence Crawford. All right. And Terrence Crawford is yet to have a scheduled fight. So what is Terrence Crawford going to do? They're going to either schedule a fight soon with somebody, or is he going to go straight into Josh Taylor, or is he going to go? I don't know what's going to happen. All right. But Taylor has always found the way to win these fights. And this is why I picked him to win in my prediction video. You know, I knew no one was going to get stopped. He almost stopped Ramirez on that second knockdown. Could have stopped him, but Ramirez survived. But the reason why I picked Taylor, because to me, up to this point, he just done more. He proved more. His fights were more, the wins that he had were more convincing to me. And I knew at the end of the day, Josh was more versatile. He would figure out a way, and he figured out a way. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't the most action-packed fight, but he found a way to win this fight. And he also was able to get 2 knockdowns in there. Thank God, because if we didn't get the knockdowns, it would have been scored a draw, and we would have had to get a rematch out of this. We would have had no undisputed champion, all right, based on those scorecards. All right, so that's the way I see it, man. But at 140, there's nothing else I want to see at 140. I feel like both of them already cleared out the division before leading up to this fight. So if it's not Teofimo Lopez, I don't want to see any other fight. You know, I think the only other fight, and it's not going to happen, but, you know, if Mikey Garcia decided to step back down to 140, which I don't think he's doing, but if he were ever to step back down to 140, you know, I can see maybe that fight happening. But outside of Teofimo Lopez, I can't see any other fight happening going down at 140 for Josh Taylor, unless it's Teofimo Lopez. And that's it. Everybody else has lost at some point. So now he's going to 147. If it's not Crawford, let it be Virgil Ortiz, you know, one of those guys. All right. Prograis Taylor too. It wouldn't be bad. I actually thought that fight was a little better than this fight, but we don't need to get that right away. You know, I'm sure Prograis would love to have that fight because he wants to redeem that loss, but revenge that loss. I mean, but we're probably gonna get Taylor versus Bud. You know, probably gonna get it. All right, so listen, man, we'll talk more tomorrow. I'm going to head out of here, man. It was fun chilling with you guys. As always, smash that like button, man. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that bell notification. If you haven't, make sure you definitely, if you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you get alerted whenever I drop new content. Follow me on Instagram at BoxingWave10. Follow me on Twitter at BoxingWave10. I've actually been very, very active on the Twitter lately. So follow me on the Twitter. I try to do a little bit more with the social media stuff. But definitely hit me up on there. And I'll see you guys in the morning, man. We could talk more boxing in the morning, man. It's been, how long this video been? It's been a while. We've been on here all day. All right. Been 4 hours. All right. So cool. Have a good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.